had to duck out today and to take care of the girls. And I'm really excited for 1:30 because here's the thing, and Bump, you pointed to this. Teams don't get a redo if the starting quarterback's out. So when we're doing our quiz today, Brady is going to be playing for Curtis for a record that matters.
Yeah, like I walked in and you're like, oh, we can't do the quiz on Friday.
I just thought maybe you'd be like, oh, it's not as fun.
Nah. Max Brosmer, sorry. Max Brosmer still counts.
It still counts.
Still a win.
Brady, do you know who the Seahawks are playing this weekend?
We are playing the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, he's got a good start. That's better than Matt.
Watch him still beat me, though.
Junior varsity ain't got that much, man.
You never know.
This is why I think you're playing with fire, because I really like your odds of beating Brady, but this could be a trap game.
It
much
definitely
like
is a trap game. Definitely is a trap game.
What if Sunday's a trap game for the Seahawks? Just like 1:30 is a trap game for you in the quiz.
It shouldn't be, right? You feel like the Hawks are through the trap. You know, like there's already several games that you could have considered a trap game for these dudes, and they've handled it so far. You look at maybe the Commanders game or the Titans game. I think that they're so confident in who they are and how they do things that there's no such thing as a trap game.
Okay, what if I told you that the Falcons, I already gave you this number earlier. I said the Falcons have been favored in 7 games that they've played this year. Of their 12, guess their record. And you said 1-6, and that's true. The Falcons are 1-6 in games they've been favored. They've been underdogs in 5, guess their record.
0-5.
3-2. So, does that change your mind about anything?
No, it doesn't. No.
Okay,
Numbers are
fair.
stats, records. Those things are crazy sometimes because it can like lead you down a path that isn't necessarily too accurate, I would say. Okay. But no, this is the NFL, though. You respect every team. Could the Atlanta Falcons come out and beat the Seahawks on Sunday? For sure. They got Bijan Robinson. Sounds like Drake might not play. You got Kyle Pitts over there. Their defense is heavy with the blitz. There's some things that they do that could give the Seahawks fit. So I'm not going to let that record that you put out there influence me. Okay. I'm going to look at just what I see on film and the individuals and say, all right, well, there is a path to where the Atlanta Falcons win this game. All
right. Well, let's look at the film then. So the Seahawks win Sunday if, again, I open it up to the text line, 866-979-3776. Bump, what would your answer be?
The Seahawks win if they take care of the blitz. I've been saying it all week. The Atlanta Falcons are second in the league when it comes to blitz rate. They blitz about 35 to 37% of the time. You saw last week that when you showed a 7-man pressure, this offensive line was confused. Tough to do. And I gave the example of when I watch film, I'll sit there and I'll pause it and I'll look at the pressure that they're showing and look at it for 30 to 60 seconds and try to figure it all out. They don't have 30 to 60 seconds to figure it out. They got like 10 to 15 seconds to figure it out what they're going to do. And I'll probably get it right 7 out of 10 times. And that's me looking at it for 30 to 60 seconds. Yeah. It's so hard on that offensive line. So I think that's what it's about, because if the Atlanta Falcons are able to come out, get some pressure, cause some mistakes, run the football, there is a way that they can win this ball game. This is the NFL.
Julio in Mill Creek, and I have the same answer. Julio says the Seahawks win Sunday if they run the ball effectively and often. This is the worst of Seattle's 5 remaining opponents against the run. And I just read a Bill Barnwell column. It was really interesting, and it was talking about the players with the most at stake for the next 5 games. And one of his players was Ken Walker. Ken Walker is set to become a free agent. He's had a fine season, but this is really when he can make millions of dollars for himself if he takes off. Well, the next couple teams you're going to play are anywhere from solid, like the Rams, to middling, kind of like average. But the Falcons, they're 25th against the run. That is by far the worst run defense you're going to face. Is this an opportunity for Ken Walker?
Yeah, the run game has been weird, man, because we're asking for improvement. I think we got vast improvement from last year. You have a running back that's about to go for 1,000 yards if he keeps it up. The last, 3 or 4 games, collectively, you've gone over 100 yards. Zach Charbonnet has 8 touchdowns coming in the red zone. the run game ain't been that bad. I just think that we look at what Marshawn did back in the day, what Sean Alexander did back in the day, and you're always comparing it to that. It's not going to be that. It will never be that again. At least, let me never say never. It's not going to be that this year or the next year. But yeah, the run is important. The run establishes everything. In my old age, okay, your boy's gonna be 40 next week. In my old age,
that's crazy.
It is crazy. Join me in like 10 years, okay?
Thank you.
In my old age, I appreciate the run so much more. We broke down a play last night on Hawks Alive, and it was Zach Charbonnet's 17-yard touchdown, and it was just an outside zone, and there were bodies on bodies, and it was beautiful. When you're able to run the football, you control the tempo of the game. You set the tone. So I think your question was, is the run game important? Yeah, it's extremely important, and it's okay. Like, I like where the run game is right now.
Yeah, you don't think the run game is a problem?
I don't think it's a problem.
No. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a problem. I think it does. I think turnovers are a problem. The run game is just, it is what it is. It's not a strength of the team. Okay. Is that how Mike McDonald would have drawn it up before the season started? No. He and John Schneider clearly wanted to make this one of the league's best run games. Right now, what the run is doing is setting up a really explosive pass game, and it's doing so really effectively, so that's perfectly fine. I do wish they averaged just a few more yards per game. And so I'm curious to see. And look, for Ken Walker's sake, right? Like, it's bad news for Seattle if Ken Walker absolutely takes off and adds a couple $1 million to a contract for him in free agency. It's great news for Ken Walker. Back to the text line. The Seahawks win if we handle Bijan, says TJ in the 425.
Yesterday I said he can't be Christian McCaffrey. He cannot just be doing whatever he wants to on a football field. He has close to 1,000 yards rushing already, close to 600 yards receiving already. Before last night's game, I said he's the best running back in the league. It's Gibbs. Gibbs is the best running back in the league right now. It's ridiculous what he's doing.
I was also really upset because I feel like a couple of those touchdowns could have been Goff just tossing him, flipping him one, and it would have been great for me. Selfishly, I would have loved one or two of those to go to Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have.
I digress.
But yeah, excuse me. Bijan Robinson is the deal. He makes this thing go. He's the engine to this offense. When you have a running back who is good in the run game, good in the pass game, all options are open, and he's such a mismatch. Because what are you going to do with him? You're going to put a back on him, put a safety on him. It's just, he's such a tough matchup. When you have a running back who can do those things, it's difficult.
The Seahawks win if Moses and Walla Walla says Anthony Bradford is a healthy scratch.
You know what? I get it. I get the Anthony Bradford talk, okay? But he is our best option. I always come back to this. Do you trust Mike McDonald in his evaluation of players?
Yeah.
If you do, then you have to look at Anthony Bradford and say, it is what it is. I'm gonna take the lumps as we grow and as we go. And when the season's over, we'll see if they bring somebody else in. But it is what it is at this point, man. It's Anthony Bradford is the best option. And when he's good, he is good. It's just when he's bad, people are on him on Instagram.
I think that was kind of my reaction. So you won't need to worry about Anthony Bradford being a healthy scratch. He may be legitimately out in this one. We're going to wait to see, obviously, Mike McDonald's final injury updates in a press conference. It's around 2 p.m. on Fridays, and then obviously your inactives come out 90 minutes before game time. So early Sunday morning, you'll see those. But Anthony Bradford was a new addition. We already knew that he was dealing with an elbow injury coming out of last week's game against the Vikings, but assumed he was fine, and then he landed as a limited participant with a calf injury. So I think the calf injury is new. Again, we'll see. We'll hear what it is. But I completely agree with you. I saw a lot of people commenting, oh, great. This is great news. Not to pray for an injury, but whatever. But
it's not great
again,
news.
I think what you've got is not an A-plus player at a position, and that can be frustrating. It does not mean there's an A-plus player waiting in the wings, and a head coach and a coaching staff just doesn't see it, is what Bump's saying, and I couldn't agree more.
I got to respond to somebody. Someone says they're going to use Leo to spy. You don't use your defensive lineman to spy running backs. You use your D-line to put pressure on the quarterback and to clog up gaps. You spy with your second and third levels. I just wanted to put that out there.
Was that their answer to they win if they use Leo?
No, because I said, all right, well, he's just such a tough matchup. Robinson.
Okay.
And they're like, going to use Leo to spy. you're not going to use your D lineman to spy.
What do you do to hold back Robinson?
You peel with him with your edge rushers. Like, so when Uchenna, Mafe are getting upfield, if he were to swing, then you can peel with them. You can use like a Drake or Ernest to spy him, but D-line, they got to clog up gaps and get after the quarterback.
I will say this about the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson is immensely talented. He's 5 yards away from 1,000 yards on the season, and that doesn't include the nearly 600 receiving yards he has and 2 receiving touchdowns. However, the Falcons have over 100 on the ground in 4 of their last contests. They are 1-3. So this is a Falcons offense that's kind of, I don't know, would you say when you look on tape, like directionless?
Directionless.
That's a critique that I was seeing from people.
As far as the Falcons. I can see that because there's so much talent over there. And when we spoke to, who did we speak to yesterday?
Andy Bunker.
Yeah, and he's saying fans ain't even really worried about the Seahawks. They're talking about if the coach is going to be there or not. I'm like, oh, you got to play a game this weekend. Like, come on now.
No, we don't.
Focus. You got a game this weekend. But no, that's the state of the Atlanta Falcons because they were expected to compete for a division, and they have the talent to do it. But I like that directionless.
Yeah.
I like that.
I have 2 more. From the 808, Seahawks win if they control the turnover ratio.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Seahawks win if they let Cousins be Cousins.
Which Cousins are we talking about?
You don't want to let him be 2 Kirk Cousins is all I'm saying.
I'm
just saying.
Good Kirk Cousins is good.
Good Kirk Cousins can cook.
He's a Pro Bowler. Good Kirk Cousins. You let Kirk Cousins be version
be late 30s Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Even late 30s. Minnesota Vikings.
I would like to point out one thing about the Falcons' last game. Look at their first half passing yards and their second half passing yards. Drastically more passing yards in the second half. I don't think they were like playing from behind. I think they at one point took a lead over the Jets. I don't know. The point I'm making is Kirk Cousins has 3 starts. And I was wondering in reviewing some of those stats, I didn't dive into the film like you did, but just in just kind of like looking at, the stats, I was wondering, like, was he able to kind of get back into the swing of things a little bit? I'm not worried about the fact. I think the Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah, they should
by like
win.
every single metric, they have an advantage. But I did wonder, was this a game where even though they lost to the Jets, they lost by virtue of a bad special teams? And that Kirk Cousins was kind of warming back up again and getting himself a bit comfortable.
Do you remember swag surfing Kirk Cousins?
Chain wearing Kirk Cousins?
Chain wearing Kirk Cousins?
Kirko Cousins?
He's out there.
He's there.
It's still in him. He's good for a game or two.
He's ready.
So let's not sleep on Kirk.
Don't do it.
I can see a situation where the Hawks just dominate him, but I can also see Kirk getting hot.
It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number 1, the Lions saved their season with a 44-30 win over the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. What's the real headline?
Saved their season and ruined Michael Bumpus's next flight. If you guys need a reminder, Bump and I had a little side wager for Thursday Night Football. I was bragging about the macaroni and cheese that I made for Thanksgiving, so I said that I would make a fresh batch. Like, I will wake up early on Friday morning to make a batch of mac and cheese and bring it into work. However, and I let you choose first. That's the thing. You chose your fighter.
I chose him.
And if the Cowboys won, I would have brought in mac and cheese. If the Lions were to win, which they did, Bump would have to film himself. Are you flying out this weekend?
I'm not.
Bump will have to film himself on his next flight, and he travels often for work, applauding when the plane lands. Yeah. And I want both times, like when it lands in California, when it lands here.
Now you're adding extra.
Okay, fine, but you have to at one point, and I don't just like a little bit. I want like.
I got you.
leading an applause.
You know why it doesn't bother me? Because when you're sitting in first class, you just feel different. You do different things in first class. You know what I mean?
Look at this guy.
You do different things.
First class.
Are you hearing this right now?
Wow.
Every time I get on the plane, I play first class up in the sky.
Fergie Ferg.
Hey, but I'll be riding premium on trip. I'll be back there.
You're like right behind the cockpit. Like, I see you.
When was the last time you sat like the rest of us peasants?
Ooh,
regular?
yeah. What's the last time you sat in the 20s?
I sat 20s?
The 20s.
Long time.
Voice
Hey,
got higher.
Anything past 9, I don't.
You don't even go to double digits
That's
I
anymore?
ain't touched that in a while.
crazy.
I ain't touched that in a while.
So if you see like you're in 17A, are you storming to the front desk and demanding?
I'm saying I got a lot of miles. Why am I so far back? It's not because I pay for it all the time. It's
Yeah.
because I fly so much I get
Sure.
miles. So they bump me up.
When's the next time you travel?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah.
I don't want to wait that long. I have to write this down so I don't forget it.
You will.
No,
I
I'm
won't,
not going
though.
to forget
I'm
it.
going to enjoy actually clapping.
Gotta make the
That's-
next bet where he sits in the back.
That should have been my bet. What am I thinking? I should have done it to where you have to get a ticket for the last row.
I would never do
Right
that.
by the bathroom.
Well, you would have had to do it. I actually made a mistake. I made a mistake thinking that Bump would be more embarrassed clapping when the plane lands than he would sitting in the back of the plane.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with sitting in the back of the plane. Listen, it's actually safer sitting in the back of the plane.
Yeah.
I just don't do it.
What's next?
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, it's conference championship weekend in college football. The headliners being number 1 Ohio State facing number 2 Indiana and number 9 Alabama taking on number 3 Georgia. What's the real headline?
It's too bad the best weekend in college football only has one of those teams playing for something meaningful.
I want Indiana to get this done. I don't think they're going to beat Ohio State. I think we
That would be fun.
made our picks. Actually, on Talking Cougars, I do this podcast with Alex Brink. I picked Indiana, but that's like my heart pick. My brain is telling me Ohio State is going to win this whole thing again.
Yeah.
They're that good.
What's the gap between Ohio State and Indiana? Because they've been 1 and 2 for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Indiana's schedule hasn't been that tough.
Okay.
And then Ohio State's defense is only allowing like 15 points a game or something crazy like that. They're just way too talented. They're so talented that they're discrediting what their quarterback's saying is doing.
Like, would you say 3 Georgia, is Indiana closer to Bama than Indiana is to Ohio State?
Facts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bama, Georgia, let's go to that one for the SEC championship. You don't think Bama's out if they lose?
No, I think the committee did this on purpose. They bumped them up and said, look, we're going to put you in front of Notre Dame to make sure that if you lose, you're going to be just fine. Bama's gone on a run, and I've listened to a lot of people talk about Bama and their season and saying, well, you can't hold week 1 against them, Florida State. I think that once you start getting teams into the college football playoff, you got to look at everything. If I apply for a job and I got fired for stealing 5 years ago, they're going to look at me funny, all right? That's the way you look at Bama. Like, look, you lost to a bad Florida State team, but the committee's going to take care of Bama. I think they're in regardless.
I agree.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, the Kraken got their doors blown off by the Oilers, losing 9-4. It was the most goals ever allowed by the Kraken in a single game. What's the real headline?
Kind of surprised they hadn't allowed that much before since it's Philip Grubauer's 5th year with the team.
Dang.
Sorry, Philip.
Rubawa.
Sorry. Nice guy.
Nice guy. You know, I told you I always think about the German guy
Who, like,
who was
was obsessed
spitting
with
at
Philip.
me
Yeah, yeah.
because I told him Grubauer was suspect, and I just got a rise out of him. And I don't like that. We say it's the most they've ever allowed in franchise history. They've been around 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, they've been around 3
The
days.
most you've ever seen. It's like when they say he's the oldest player alive, born in 1994.
Like,
He's a dinosaur. Now
like,
are his bones sticking
they ain't been
together.
around that long, but I get it. But you went up against Conor McDavid and them.
My friends ran into Philip Grubauer at a brewery, and they said he was really nice.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Yeah.
The guys, I bet you Anthony Bradford is nice too.
I had to do a sandwich of like a joke about goaltending, which has actually been solid for them this year.
Yeah, it has been.
And then adding on a little bit.
Yeah. Now, the
about
players that people hate on the most are typically the nicest people.
I can count on one hand the number of players in 10 years that I've met and thought, like, I hate that guy. Like, that guy's so rude.
Yeah.
Really. And that's covering a couple different teams. Not as a beat reporter for the Mariners.
I met one this year that was suspect. I ain't gonna say his name. You know who it is. He was suspect.
Did we meet him at the same time?
Yes. Suspect though.
I think I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
I think I'm figuring it out. Someone wants to know, first of all, someone said that the bet should have been that I book your next flight.
You put me on Spirit if you book my next flight.
I would
Middle
put
seat
you
and all.
a 5 a.m. Spirit flight, 21B.
I'm not mad at a middle seat. I can do middle seats. I'm like that size to where I'm not big enough to where it makes people uncomfortable.
What's wrong with Spirit?
Never flown there. I just heard bad things about it.
Just try it out.
Negative.
Okay.
I'm Alaska all day. Come get me, Alaska. Let's do something.
What's worse, says the 425. Clapping when the plane lands. I feel like I'm offending people that clap when the plane lands, but no one said anything yet. Or clapping at the end of a movie at the theater.
I've clapped at the end of a movie. Like, that was good.
Were you the only one or did everyone else join?
I think I had some help.
Okay.
When Black Panther was done,
Okay.
I was like, yeah. Because, it's the first time, as growing up, I saw a black superhero.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was it.
For anyone not clapping, did you look at him sideways and go,
Nah,
wow?
I was in Monroe. That demographic wasn't feeling the same way I was feeling.
So you think worse to clap when the plane lands?
For sure.
Have you clapped when the plane lands?
Yes.
Really?
Because it was
like as an adult.
scary. Because it was scary. Like it
Yeah,
was.
you mentioned that.
We're flying to Denver, and the turbulence was so crazy. This lady spilled her coffee all over my neck. Like people were screaming. Like it was bad.
You were just happy to get off the plane.
Yeah.
Someone said Decord started the game and gave up 5 goals. That's not the joke, 360. It doesn't work the same. Someone said I don't think you can pick a seat on Spirit. Do they have planes where you don't pick seats?
Yeah, Southwest. They be lying.
What?
Southwest said that you can now pick your seats.
Hang on. So prior to today, you would book, not you, but general, you'd book with Southwest and you'd not pick.
No, you just board with your group, and it's a free-for-all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but there's no first class.
So it's like, it's communism.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's fine. All right. The Seattle Seahawks have just 2 home games left this regular season, and we want you to be there. Seattle Sports is giving away 4 tickets to the Seahawks game on December 14th against the Colts. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, just text the word app, APP, to 866-979-3776, and we'll send you a link to download. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, December 8th. Bold Take Friday coming up at 10:45. Talking about the run game next.
First shutout win for the Seahawks
Wyman and Bob.
since September 27th of 2015.
Remember that well.
Do you?
No.
I don't either. Had to look it up.
Every afternoon at 2.
It was kind of a weird game. I mean, it was just kind of a grind towards the end, but I mean, man, you hold any NFL team to a shutout, I don't care how bad they are. It's something to be proud of.
Only on Seattle Sports on 710, the Seattle Sports app, and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes we hang on to our old attorneys and coaches too long. They've been around, they've done good work. But when the legal game changes, you need a team that is hungry to win now. At Bible Law Group, we're that faster, hard-hitting legal team, ready to fight for every inch in the courtroom. With over 40 million closed for our clients, we know how to win, and we're ready to take on the biggest legal case of your career with you. Don't stick with a playbook that's gone stale. Switch to the legal team that's ready to win now. Let Bible Law Group be your linebacker in the courtroom. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ziprecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
As a quarterback, you cannot run a winning play with a messy playbook. And most companies' data, well, it's a mess. AI is changing the game, but if your data is scattered, you're stuck on the sidelines. Brock Heward here, and this is where my friends at Marquee Data come in. They get your data in shape, clean, connected, ready to perform, so you can finally put AI to work for your business. Whether sales, finance, or operations, every smart move starts with the right data. So head to mydataqb.com to draw up your game-winning data play today. That's Marquee Data or mydataqb.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
At Washington Energy Services, we take the time to get to know you and your home. We have the passion and commitment to see each project through and to treat our work as more than just a job. For over 65 years, we've offered award-winning home services from heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical to windows and doors. Complete home improvement handled from start to comfort. For peace of mind when you need it most, count on Washington Energy Services, bringing good energy to your home.
Calling all Seahawks fans, this is Cliff Averill. I'm here to announce Away Game Rumble at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, sponsored by Corona and Modelo. Take football Sundays to the next level with a free viewing party at Galaxy for every away game. Count on giveaways, specials, big screens, big action, and so much more. Full details at muckleshootcasino.com/rumble. Don't miss Away Game Rumble only at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Matt Coker here with West Coast Men's Health. In the past 5 years, we've seen thousands of men at our clinics. Most guys tell us the same story, that in their early 50s, it's not that they couldn't function, they just needed help. They started taking Viagra, and it worked great at first. But after a few years, it stopped working. The problem is that their arteries had become more restricted since they started taking it, because Viagra does not unclog arteries. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we use acoustic wave therapy to target the real problem. We break down plaque and clear up the arteries so blood can flow like it did in your 20s. This restores function. And guys, listen to this. You won't have to take a pill anymore. So if this sounds like you, give West Coast Men's Health a call today and see how we can help.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Learning a lot about people today. The door shut before G could hear me. I think I'm learning that, like, am I one of the only people I know that doesn't fly? I've never flown first class.
You don't fly a lot, though.
That's true, but I've also
When's the last time you were on a plane? Exactly.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, a year ago? Last year.
I went to Boston.
We were in business, like an expandable row. What's that one?
This business like
business.
Or premium.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But you're also so small to where you don't need all that extra room.
That's part of it. Is the advantage of being small. Another advantage of being small is in any room I go into, I immediately think of like the smallest place in that room I could fit in if I needed to hide. You know, I think I could climb inside of that recycle bin. Maybe.
We could get half of you in there.
No. Okay. Bold Take Friday coming up in 15. You can get your takes in 866-979-3776. Before we get to it, wanted to take a little bit more time talking about just the run game. So we talked about, hey, the Seahawks win Sunday. If what? And the run game was part of our conversation, but let's focus on it. I think you have a couple arguments that you want to make. One being, is the run a problem? Let's start there, right? Kind of exploring that and then talking about what they have a chance to do on Sunday. So let's start with that. Is the run game a problem?
No, I don't think it's a problem. I think that unless you're a top 5 rushing attack in the league, people are going to want more. And that's natural because I think people understand, even just the novice football fan understands that you got to be able to run it. Running the football is essential in this game. It controls the tempo. You set the tone. It bails out your quarterback. It sets up the play action. It is what it is. So, no, I think that the run game is good enough for me to believe that these guys can be contenders.
What's the problem with the run game if there is one? Is it blocking? Is it scheme? Is it your running backs? Like, why hasn't it taken off? And the only reason I ask, Bump, is while I don't think it's necessarily holding the team back, it's noteworthy because it was so clearly a point of emphasis. John Schneider, multiple times at the combine, at pre-draft press conferences, was like, yeah, we want to get the run going. We want to focus on the run. That's where we want to improve. So much so that we wondered, like, are they going to take a running back? How soon would they take a running back? If they wouldn't have made it such a point of emphasis, I wouldn't be focusing on it so much.
So last year, this team was 32, 31, 30, 29th, 28th in the league when it comes to running the football. This year, they're around 18, 17. The last 3 games, they're around like 10 or 11. There's been improvement. Last year, they averaged 95 yards per game. This year, they're at 116. The last 3 games, they're at 124. And they've made an effort to commit to the run as well. I think the commitment is better than the result, I feel like. All right, you got a commitment to it.
That's a good point.
You know, I tell my kids all the time, hey, just try your best. You try your best, the good things are going to happen. What can you control? Well, my son had or my daughter had a bad game the other day. And, I didn't play. Got to go. It's all right, man. Your effort and your attitude was there. That's the run game. Effort and attitude, all right? Effort and attitude, and good things are going to happen. I say, baby girl, keep up your effort and your attitude. Things are going to happen. She goes on a 3-game scoring streak playing soccer. She's doing her thing. That's what I look at the run game is effort and attitude. There's a commitment to this thing, and because you are committed, you force teams to have to match up, and the pass game is more explosive. Last game, we didn't see that, but there's going to be ups and downs in this league. So, no, I'm okay with where the run is at. Would I like it to be better? Of course I would. I would love a top 5 rushing attack in the NFL, but they're better than last year, and it's helping the pass game.
I think that why some people might be nervous could be even more heavily influenced by last week when JSN was completely taken out of the game. Now, JSN was taken out of the game not necessarily because, like, they're bracketing him, as you talked about. It was because the pass rush was so good in the first half that there wasn't even time to throw. Right? Yeah. JSN's not getting targets. He's not going to catch things. So I think maybe, Bump, what people are concerned about is, okay, the run game isn't a problem so long as you've got Sam Darnold and JSN being one of the most explosive passing attacks in football. But what happens when they're not? And I think that's maybe where some of the concerns are. So that's a real question I have for you is like, okay, well, what is this offense without JSN?
Doesn't every team have that, though? Every team has that, if this doesn't work, what are we going to do?
With this discrepancy? Like, if Puka Nacua was taken out of the game for the Rams for literally a couple weeks while he was injured, and then Devontae Adams became, like, Matthew Stafford's #1 red zone target and has, like, all of his 1- and 2-yard touchdown passes.
Puka Nacua was taken out of last week's game.
I'm just saying, like, the Rams did have a little bit of depth behind him, and even beyond that, while they aren't one of the best rushing teams, they've still been able to have a couple of those games.
Well, it's hard when you compare the Seahawks to the Rams. They're better at quarterback. They're better at receiver. Defense is comparable in some areas. I would say the coaching is they probably have the edge there, but not too big of an edge. So, yeah, I get it. You got to have a backup plan. And I think what you're saying is what's the backup plan if JSN doesn't go ham sandwich, right? And I don't see one. I think last week we saw that. There is no backup plan. Actually, there's a backup plan. It's called great defense. Yeah. All right.
It's called Ernest Jones will get your touchdowns.
And that's what I'm okay with. If the defense is the backup plan, then I rest. I sleep well at night because I feel like a defense is going to keep you in it. Just be close at the end of the game, and you have a chance.
I think the thing is, overall, I agree with you. So I can't even play devil's advocate too much because when I hear people critique the Seahawks offense and say, the problem is they can't run the ball. I'm like, that's not my problem with the Seahawks offense. My problem with the Seahawks offense is they turn the ball over.
Facts.
I think that will cost them
Yeah.
far more than Ken Walker getting 50 and Zach Charbonnet getting 50 will. Okay,
Yeah.
so they got 100. Like, that's kind of how I see the run game. But, okay, so here's a follow-up question. Could a better run game in any way cut down on some of those turnovers? I know they got a lot of
For
fumbles,
sure.
but I'm just saying, like,
Not by the
if you're
running
looking
backs.
at, if you're looking at patching up, like, all right, if the one knock I've got on this offense is they give away the ball, well, technically running is a less risky play than passing.
No, I agree 100%.
Less efficient, but less risky.
You run the football more. You cut back on Sam Darnold dropping back, getting hit from the blind side, throwing an interception for sure. Running the football is a high percentage play, low risk. But obviously there is always risk in any playing football. But, yeah, if you're able to run the football, that puts your turnover worries at ease.
I know. I agree with you overall. Not a massive problem. And I appreciate you clarifying it and wanting to be like, okay, I need to talk about the run game for just a minute because I'm tired of saying it's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly what they want it to be, but it's still manipulating defenses.
They are who they are with the run, just like you are who you are, and you did exactly what I thought you would do and come into work with a hat from a place you've never been.
When you got about 4 words into that, like if you were watching the video stream for a minute there, I really felt like you were going to pay me a really nice compliment. And what you were going to say is, I know you, and I know that every day you're going to have an iced coffee, and that you got a little too close to when you were supposed to be here, and and you have a hat with Lake Tahoe on it, and you've never been. I couldn't tell you where Lake Tahoe is.
Do you know what state it's in?
California?
Okay. I think it's in 2 states, honestly.
I don't know for sure.
I think it's in 2 states.
There's a lot of things that are listed on sweatshirts and hats that I have. I couldn't tell you where it is or why it is. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know for sure about Lake Tahoe. I'm 90% sure. Is it in Arizona at all?
No, it's California and Nevada.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of the deserty states. It's an oasis. Who cares?
It's an oasis.
I'm going to wear my Lake Tahoe shirt tomorrow. Bold Take Friday coming your way next.
First shutout win for the Seahawks.
Wyman and Bob.
Since September 27th of 2015.
Remember that well, do you?
No, I don't either. Had to look it up.
Every afternoon at 2.
It was kind of a weird game. I mean, it was just kind of a grind towards the end, but I mean, man, you hold any NFL team to a shutout, I don't care how bad they are. It's something to be proud of.
Only on Seattle Sports on 710, the Seattle Sports app, and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. I mean, mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back. A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Get ready, because Murphy Auction is closing out the year with a massive Marysville equipment auction with the complete dispersal of AA rentals, 7 mini excavators, 17 skid steers, tractors, backhoes, telescopic forklifts, and over 100 gas-powered landscaping tools. Need something heavier? A John Deere 85G excavator, a Hitachi ZX290 LC, a Cat CS563E roller, and 10 high-reach boom lifts, plus 3 big-time dump trucks hit the block, a 2018 Kenworth T880 Super Solo, a 2019 Peterbilt quad axle, and a 2005 Kenworth T800 quad axle, plus a fleet of 6 2017 to 2019 Peterbilt 567 tractors. The biggest auction of the year of heavy equipment, trucks, and more is underway now and closes at 10 a.m. Thursday, December 11th. Visit murphyauction.com for details. That's murphyauction.com.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game. Sunday, December 14th. Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win. From the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
When you're at home and next to your windows, do you notice cold air or a draft when the wind blows? How about moisture or leaking during a rainstorm? Dave Wyman here, and after 20 years in our home, our window seals started breaking. A failed window can do major damage to your home, and the older the window, the more likely it is to fail. That's why right now is an excellent time to have Harley Exteriors come by for a no-charge consultation. That's exactly what I had done over the summer, and not only were they extremely knowledgeable about all things windows, I found them to be polite, professional, and respectful. In other words, people you want to do business with. Harley Exteriors has a special offer for Seattle sports fans. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free. No payments or interest until 2027. And take an additional $200 off your project. Call 833-HARLEY or go to harleyexteriors.com. Schedule your free consultation today. They'll give you an honest assessment and quote. Go to harleyexteriors.com.
It's time for Bold Take Friday.
Get your bold takes in for Bold Take Friday, 866-979-3776. Bump, gonna head to the text line and then get yours first. Bold Take Friday from the 253. The defensive line will harass Kirk Cousins all day. 6 sacks, including a go-ahead strip sack fumble return for a touchdown.
Ooh-wee.
Go ahead.
All right. I know, right?
Wait a minute. Let's hope it's just adding on.
Maybe Atlanta scores a field goal in their first drive.
Yeah.
You know, they get the ball first.
I don't like that go-ahead point.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
But I hear you, 253.
That makes it tough.
I don't know how many sacks they've allowed. I have it written down somewhere. Sacked. Falcons are actually okay. 19 sacks allowed. Seahawks are 15, one of the best in the league. So they haven't been allowing a ton. They're also getting a ton. What do you think of that?
What I think of it?
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Would absolutely love for that to happen.
I think it's awesome. I think Hawks go ahead and keep sacking and protect your quarterback.
Bold take 253. Rashid Shaheed 2 tutties. You were asked whether Rashid Shaheed, like, how do they get him more involved? What's happening? What do you see? It's going to be okay, right? What was your reaction?
My reaction is, all right, it's about time to get him going now. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I told you I ran into John Schneider at a restaurant, and without saying anything, that's the first thing he said to me, like, yeah, Rashid, man, I think this is the week. So, hey, John feels it.
Yeah,
so,
John believes in his team.
You know, of course, he built this team. He better believe in it.
How do they get Rashid going? Is the approach they've had something where you're like, no, I like the approach. Eventually it'll happen.
He's been open a couple times last week too, but the pressure just got to him.
Right.
So I think you got to give him the football. And they've tried it. They tried screens. They tried jet sweeps. They put him at running back. He's been on kick returns. I think that you just got to take a shot. And when it's time to take a shot, rightfully so, Sam Darnold's going to look towards JSN and say, throwing it to my guy. He's earned that. Now let's look at Deuce and give him a chance.
Oof, 425, bold take. I'm going to act a fool at the work party with an open bar. Open bar at the work party is dangerous.
Ooh, we got the Seahawks work party on Friday.
Is it an open bar?
It's an open bar. And the rule is you cannot be in the top 20 when it comes to drunkest people at the party.
That's facts.
All right? Top 20, you can't even make it top 30. You can't be there.
Yeah.
And once you start feeling some type of way, leave immediately. So I stayed at the Seahawks party for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here.
That's the move. You never want to be that person.
No.
First of all, I'm not really a drinker anyways. I've never been that person. However, I had a work party. It was like one of my first like corporate holiday parties ever, right? This was 11 years ago. To this day, I remember the person who was the most drunk at the party and what happened, which is that an ambulance had to come.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So don't be that person. I wasn't even friends with that person. I barely knew them. And the only thing I remember about them is how drunk they got at the work party. And here's the thing. I wasn't even there. I heard about it.
You weren't there?
I heard about it through multiple other people.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. Don't be that person.
have
This
to
is just my PSA and Bump's PSA for everyone.
They call it the ambulance on them?
The ambulance. You can't be in the top 20 drunk people at a holiday party.
Can't do it.
At a work. You simply
And
cannot.
just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave.
You gotta tap out.
Yeah.
Okay. Go home.
Go home.
Your family misses you.
Get help.
Get help. 866-979-3776-253. That's quitter talk. Let's see. Defense pitches back-to-back shutouts. I don't think that happens. Respectfully. It
took 10 years to get this one.
That's what I was going to say. 2015 was the last time they got a shutout. I just don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so. But that's a bold take.
It is a bold take, and that's what I asked for. Do you have a bold take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp goes for 100 and JSN goes for 100. Two receivers with 100. I ain't done that since the Tyler Lockett DK Metcalf days.
Yeah, see, I was going to initially give you a hard time because I was like, oh, JSN goes for 100, bold take. But then I was like, well, when's the last time two receivers went for 100?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the combo.
Yeah. Okay, I like that one.
2 for 1.
Brady, do you have one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with not only does Leonard Williams get a sack, he's also going to get an interception.
Wow. What if Ernest Jones gets another interception and has 6 on the season?
I'm sure there's some type of incentives in his contract that he's really going to enjoy.
Yeah. Let's see. 866-979-3776. Bold take. Oh my God. I have like 4 or 5 that are that the Seahawks get a shetty. And so I'm scrolling through them to find another one. Okay. Nick Imanwari gets the pick off a tipped pass by Spoon. 2 things I have here. Number 1, your thoughts on Nick Imanwari's season, which has been really great. And number 2, your thoughts on poor Devin Witherspoon not getting that interception.
As far as Spoon goes, there's a guy we work with who gives Spoon a hard time for not creating interceptions. Yeah, Spoon, I would like for him to intercept that football. I think he needs that. But at MOR, I'm telling you, his body type is going to change the NFL. It changes it. Like, you don't have to run linebackers on and off the field. He's lined up at the edge before, at linebacker, at nickel. He can play safety. That body type, that 6'3", 6'4", 230, that is the new hybrid player in the NFL.
Bold take, A.J. Barner, 2 touchdowns, 87 yards on the day. A.J. Barner been dealing with, God, what's his injury? I'm blanking. Is it a knee injury? I'll look it up. I have it written down. It is a knee and shoulder. Has been banged up and hasn't been quite as effective lately for them. However, was a full participant in practice.
That was one game. Game before he had 10 for 70, didn't he?
Did he? I thought it had been back-to-back weeks. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it's just 1 week.
Okay, so just 1 week.
Yeah.
This has been a fun year for A.J. Barner. I think I'm still expecting a little bit more.
I think he's the best overall tight end this team has had in 5-6 years. I think he's better than, we'll call it 6-7 years. I think he's better than Will Dissly is the last kind of all around, and even Will just had a couple good games and then was banged up. What other tight end other than your boy Jimmy? That's a different level.
Yeah, he's not a complete tight end, but he's the greatest Seahawks tight end.
But AJ is the best tight end I've seen
Zach
in a
Miller
while.
was for the longest time the prototype that everyone would go to, and they just go, Zach Miller, Zach Miller. I think anyone connected to that Super Bowl team is just always on a pedestal of some kind. And on the one hand, that makes sense. They had incredibly talented players on a very complete team, so yeah, I get it. But sometimes it's also okay to say, oh man, this guy's really special. He might even be better than fill in the blank. Like with Paul Moyer, and this is slightly different, but Paul Moyer and Brock saying like, this might be the best defensive line I've seen. Got a couple people a little defensive, but like, what if they're right? And that's okay.
To Moyer's point, we did Hawks Live last night, and that was one of our topics. And Moyer's been in the organization for as long as I've been alive. And I had to defer to him. I go, look, I'm just going to trust you because you've seen every defensive line since 84, 85.
Yeah. Geoff Schwartz joins us next.
The Seahawks surge to the playoffs continues with a trip down south.
Fires down the middle, intercepted!
Against the Falcons in Atlanta.
They do a good job. They do a really good job. They are a really good blitzing team.
Aiming for their 10th win of the season and looking to stay atop a three-way tie in the NFL's toughest division. Every game is a must-win.
And this one goes to the house!
Kickoff Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pre-game at 7.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saline, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Fenders and Fins reminds listeners the holidays are meant to be a time of good cheer and warm gatherings with family and friends. Don't spoil the spirit of the season by getting behind the wheel after drinking. Always designate a sober driver or take a rideshare for a safe ride home. Let's all work together to keep our roadways safe and accident-free this holiday season. Happy holidays to you and yours from the entire team at Fenders and Fins, giving every car the attention it deserves since 2002, online at fendersandfins.com.
Get ready, because Murphy Auction is closing out the year with a massive Marysville equipment auction with the complete dispersal of AA rentals, 7 mini excavators, 17 skid steers, tractors, backhoes, telescopic forklifts, and over 100 gas-powered landscaping tools. Need something heavier? A John Deere 85G excavator, a Hitachi ZX290LC, a Cat CS563E roller, and 10 high-reach boom lifts, plus 3 big-time dump trucks hit the block, a 2018 Kenworth G880 Super Solo, a 2019 Peterbilt quad axle, and a 2005 Kenworth G800 quad axle, plus a fleet of 6 2017 to 2019 Peterbilt 567 tractors. The biggest auction of the year of heavy equipment, trucks, and more is underway now and closes at 10 a.m. Thursday, December 11th. Visit murphyauction.com for details. That's murphyauction.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Let's go!
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
A new injury to watch for the Seahawks. Right guard Anthony Bradford was limited yesterday with a calf injury. That one's new. Christian Haynes could start in his place if he can't play Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons. Elsewhere in the NFC, Kyler Murray, who's been on IR with a foot injury, will not be returning for the Cardinals this season.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. You can catch Geoff Schwartz on Sirius XM NFL Radio, and the Geoff Schwartz is Smarter Than You podcast. And he's joining us right now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Jeff, how's it going?
Thanks for having me today.
Oh, sorry?
I said, thanks for having me today.
Oh, we are happy to have you today. Excited to talk Seahawks. I hope it's okay. We wanted to get to a little bit of college football too. It's hard not to. I'm going to start with the Seahawks here, though. I think that, Jeff, what we've settled on is like Seahawks are one of the best. I think that both my co-host and I are hesitant to put them at number one. Maybe it's Darnold, maybe it's turnovers. I don't know. What about you? Do you see the Seahawks as the best team in the NFL? And if not, who's still ahead of them?
Well, I don't think they're the best. I mean, I know it's hard in a week to week to say, like, who the best is. I still think the Rams are the best, even though they lost last week. I mean, that's just the NFL, right? Like, you're going to have games you lose. That's why teams are not undefeated. And, it's hard, I think, to judge week to week, like, who the best team is. But I think Seattle's got to be up there. Look, I think for all of us, the proof of concept obviously is working in Seattle with the coaching staff, right? Mm-hmm. And to me, it's just a matter of, can Darnold in those big moments, like we saw last year, where he didn't play as well, right? Where he didn't play as well against the Rams, even though the game ended up obviously being pretty close. Sorry, my dog's making some noise here as I'm driving, but I think that it's close, right? But in those moments, can Darnold make those special plays that he really hasn't done in his career? I think the baseline is there for Darnold now. Like, you can expect, obviously, very good performance against the teams that they should play well against. It's just that little extra now that I think people are just waiting to see.
People have been on our guards just dumb piece, man. Anthony Bradford hasn't had the greatest season, but my question to people who are questioning if Bradford should be out there is, do you trust Mike McDonald's evaluation? There must not be anybody else out there if he keeps putting Anthony Bradford out there. I don't know how closely you followed him, but what do you think of Anthony Bradford and this line in general?
Look, here's the thing. Most teams barely have a sixth offensive lineman. So, there's just no depth anywhere around the NFL. So, like, to your point, like, who would they put in, right? Like, that's the problem. It's not just a Seattle problem. It's a problem everywhere, right? There's just not a lot of teams that even have one backup that makes a lot of sense. And so you're right. Look, you have a coaching staff that is trying to win the division, and they're going to put the best players in those spots possible. And if they think that he's the best guy, you have to trust them on that because what are the choices? I mean, it's not like you go out and find a guard right now on the street to play, right? You obviously the trade deadline's over with, and most teams are not trading comparable guards. That's the thing, too, is like teams are not giving up offensive linemen. It's just like not what they do. Even in free agency, there's not a ton of great linemen because most of them get re-signed before they get a chance to go to free agency, right? So, like, there's just not a lot of choices. So I would think that that's the right option for now. Maybe you explore something different in the offseason, but there's just not a lot of choices besides him at the moment.
I feel like this is a conversation that Bump and I have been having for the longest time. I'm so excited to be able to touch on it with you. I would imagine you probably get kind of frustrated talking to people about it because I do think there's probably some blind spots people have with, well, why is he starting if he's not good? And you're like, well, do you think the head coach put in a guy that isn't the best at that spot? Like, it's obvious what he's going to do. And I wanted to also touch on, you talk about, maybe the pipeline isn't always great. As Bump says, it's hard to find guys that are that big and that fast and that athletic, but also guys probably get moved to the defensive line too, right? Like, it's just kind of it's a multifaceted problem, I would imagine.
Yes. I actually think, what's funny in the NFL? I actually think that right now we've never had better. Sorry, my dog is getting excited here.
It's okay. He sounds
we're stopping somewhere. He's a very excitable German Shepherd when I'm driving and I stop somewhere. He thinks we're going somewhere cool and he gets very excited. The thing is, like, I actually think defensive lines now, which makes offensive lines so much tougher because of this, they've never been deeper, ever. Like, they've never been in a spot where you roll backups in who can get sacks any single rep. And it makes our position much tougher. When I come to the NFL, I'm obviously old, but, like, you just had one guy or two maybe, and you would be, like, so pumped when the backup came in. You're like, sweet. The backup three technique's in. He's just going to bull rush me and call it a day. And now we got these guys that come in like as young players that are on the two deep, and all they do is rush the passer. That's their entire job. And it makes offensive line play really, really tough. I think defense are doing a much better job now of isolating the bad offensive linemen in pass pro situations where they're making us block 5 across, and they're putting their best pass rusher, who's more versatile now, all over the line of scrimmage to find opportunities to attack the worst offensive lineman. That's a new thing. That's not something that's been done for years and years and years. So I credit defensive coaches for sort of figuring that out. So all those things lead into where I think teams target bad offensive linemen a little bit better now than they ever have before. And so I think you do see the weak link a little bit more on teams because defenses do a good job of finding where that player's at and attacking that guy in pass protection.
I think that is probably the most unfair matchup in football is an O-line against an edge rusher or D lineman, simply because I think that edge rushers are probably the most athletic football players on the field. Who do you think is the most athletic football position?
Well, I mean, you have offensive linemen. I mean, Trent Williams is 315 running like a 4.9. I don't know why you give us the nod there. Look, I think that look, those guys like Myles Garrett are just such freak shows that there's just no like comparing to anyone else, right? Like I play with and against Julius Peppers. I mean, like those guys come once in a generation, and there's just no way to really stop them over a game. We saw last weekend Myles Garrett beat Trent Williams inside like Trent wasn't even there. Trent's a future Hall of Famer for a sack. In one sack a game, obviously, for a defensive lineman, you go to the Hall of Fame. You know, we allow one sack a game, you get benched by week 13. So it's just a very tough job. And obviously, it's our job to do. But, yeah, some of those defensive ends and those pass rushers are just so athletic now. And, they're so specialized, right? They just work all year long on these pass protection, these pass rush moves, which, again, wasn't as much, and teams are passing the ball now. So all those things, I think, factor into why our position is so hard.
I wanted to transition to just a few college football questions. First, with obviously the College Football Playoff Committee, the new rankings, there was always going to be controversy at the bottom, no matter what. I mean, there are Bama fans that are upset that they might be punished for playing in the SEC championship, and there are Notre Dame fans upset. Everyone's mad, Miami fans. What was to you either the most surprising, most controversial, or maybe even a move that you disagreed with the most in those rankings?
I thought you had me on to talk about Oregon, Washington. That's a bummer. I was ready for that discussion.
No.
I guess we'll do that another day. I don't know. That's what I thought the text was about. Like, come on, talk about Oregon here. Look, I think the number one problem with the rankings right now is that we have to count head-to-head, right? Like, yes, Notre Dame might be better than Miami right now. I wouldn't disagree. I might wager on Notre Dame to beat Miami today. But they did play. It has to matter. Head-to-head matchups have to matter when teams are very close. And they're both 10-2, right? They're both 10-2. It does have to, and I get it. Notre Dame's had better losses, and they haven't had really better wins, though, right? Like, Miami was the better win of the two. They beat Notre Dame head-to-head. It has to matter. And if you do not count that in this postseason, in this rankings, what's the point of ever playing these games ever again? Look, I get Sark complaining about playing Ohio State. That left us out of the playoffs. No. What left you out of the playoffs was you lost to Florida as a 3-touchdown favorite. Like that's what left you out of the playoffs. Coaches will complain about those games if it doesn't, obviously it doesn't help them out. But in a head-to-head like this, you cannot ignore that. And I think they'll make it right now. The way the weekend unfolds will be pretty telling, right? If BYU wins, then maybe Notre Dame and Miami are both out. I don't know. If BYU and Duke win, Notre Dame and Miami are both out. Just the way it's going to end up working out. Probably that way, because BYU's got to be in, Tech's got to be in, and then obviously, one of the Sun Belt and American champions are probably in as well. But if it goes chalk, if Texas Tech wins and Virginia wins, if there's one spot left between Miami and Notre Dame, you have to give it to a team that beat the team earlier. I don't know how you argue that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Bama? I honestly think that they could lose this game as long as they don't get blown out, that the committee is still going to keep them in the playoff. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's probably true. Look, they set a precedent last year, obviously, with SMU, right, losing and keeping it. This is an extra game, right? Like the rest of the country's not playing these games this weekend. And so I don't know how you punish Alabama unless they lose by 4 touchdowns in this game for playing in this game, right? To me, I would set a bad precedent. We have a team already in the top 10 who determine at the end of the regular season is in the tournament, right? If the tournament were to start today, Bama will be in the tournament. And to basically say you had an extra game while the rest of the country didn't, and you lost that game by a touchdown, we're punishing you and not letting you go to the postseason, feels like the wrong message to send. So I think they're in no matter what. The thing that fascinates me is what happens if they win. Are they going to jump all the way to 4 and get a bye? I don't know how you make the case that the SEC Conference champion doesn't have a bye, right? I mean, I know that sometimes people overvalue, I think, their league in general, but it's still a pretty big accomplishment, especially if you beat Georgia twice to win and not have a bye. So then where the team's going to slot after that will be pretty important to see. But I think that's really the two things I'm looking at, right? Like I think you have to put Miami in over Notre Dame, and what happens to Bama?
Okay, I do want to talk about Oregon a little bit. And, Geoff, I'll let you know, while I know you're a Duck, I am a Husky. And so in a tough spot right now, that's okay. And rather than just looking back at the game per se, I was curious more about your thoughts about where Oregon is, how far they can go, and then what that path might mean for Washington. Because I always see it as like Oregon's NIL money is just absolutely astronomical. They're on a different playing field, and I get that. But Washington, to me, there's no reason why they can't be expected to or recruit like or play like they should be a top 25 team every year. Like, to me, they're not like an outside looking in all the time kind of team, and should be better. So where's Washington right now, and how far could Oregon go this year?
Well, I'd start with winning road games. I was Washington. That'd be a good start. You win some road games next year, you have a chance to win 10 games. You can't win. The home road splits are wild. USC's the same thing. I don't get it. I don't know why going to play Maryland. You won that game obviously with a fourth quarter comeback. I don't know why going to play Wisconsin. I don't know why it's so different. It doesn't make sense to me, because the way that your offense is built with running the football and the way your defense was built this year with limiting explosive plays, like, you shouldn't play poorly on the road. And I don't think Jed's a terrible coach. Look at Arizona. Like, he clearly can coach. And so figuring out how to win road games next year, whatever that takes, will be, that you get to 10 wins if you do that this year, right? So I think that's the number one thing there. And then I think you just got to, Devon Williams just really didn't develop this year quite like I think they thought, he would. The Washington offense was poor this year against the four best defenses they played, right? And I think that's a big thing you got to figure out, like, why was that? Where is the lack of development and accuracy? I mean, he missed some throws in the Oregon game he should have made, right? A couple of those throws were short there that bounced on the ground. And so you have to kind of figure out where that's at. Now, as far as Oregon, look, the players we get are good, right? I'm not arguing against that. But I think the development of what this staff does and the players get there really gets under-talked about. And one thing that the Oregon fans hate about this discussion all the time is the idea that, like, we just buy the good players and they're just good because we buy them. And that's just not true, right? Dan Lanning's staff has done an incredible job. Think about just Dante Moore, right? Dante Moore right now, I know it's not the best quarterback class in the world. He comes out, he's probably 1 or 2 in this draft. Look where he was entering this season, or even look where he was after the Indiana game. Like, his improvement the back half of this year, and you think about the last 4 games that Oregon played basically with 2 wide receivers, there were only 4 healthy, that they trusted, the 2 tight ends, multiple offensive linemen hurt, and continue to just play and battle and fight and grind. So I like where the program's at right now. They develop players. They have an identity. The physicality is super important to what we do. Look, can we go far in the playoffs? I don't know. I never thought this year, you go back to things I said this summer, was ever our year to win a championship. They've always sort of looked at next season as that year when the roster is where it needs to be to win a championship. I think Ohio State's still the best team, maybe clearly. Indiana beat us this year. Georgia's still tough. So I don't know how far we go, but I like where the program's at.
Geoff, this is more of a statement than a question. Geoff, y'all buy the best players, man. Come on, you're Oregon. You got all the deepest pockets in the world. Deepest pockets in the world.
Today we were battling for a 5-star wide receiver who chose Ohio State. So do we just not pay enough for him? Like, that's why I chose Ohio State? They paid more? Like, we don't. So when we lose a recruit, it's because we don't pay enough? Is that the reason why when we get or they go somewhere because they want less money? Like, why did we lose this recruit?
You lost him because he went to Whiteout University. That's why. Ohio State put him out. I think that's why he did.
But we just pay. Well, we pay all the guys, I thought. So we just didn't pay enough for him. Like, why didn't we get him then? If we just pay for everyone we want?
No, because he's a wideout. If I'm one of the best wideouts in the country, I'm probably going to Ohio State too.
Okay, so just sometimes we pay for all the top guys, not all the time, right? Only sometimes we do.
Hey,
this is the argument I don't get, right? Because if we paid for everyone, we get every player we ever wanted, and we don't, because that's not the way it works. We don't pay the most for everyone. If Texas Tech they pay it for everyone too. They have the best roster on college football. They're getting there, obviously. So of course there is a money amount involved in recruiting. But the fact is, Oregon does not pay top dollar for every single player we have on the roster.
No, I can agree with that, but I'm going to give you a hard time. I'm from a poverty organization, Washington State.
Oh, I know I've lost in Poland before. I understand.
Also, you said you don't know how deep you guys can go this year. I think you got. I think it's between. I think it's a four pony race. I think it's Ohio State, obviously Indiana. I think you guys are in the mix, and then throw a random in there. What do you think will prevent you guys from finally getting over the hump and winning the national championship?
I mean, obviously wide receivers. If we don't get our guys back, that's probably a problem. I don't think we can enter the postseason with 4 healthy wide receivers. I think Gary Bryant Jr. is going to be back. DeCorian Moore, I don't know. They keep saying like he's close, but he didn't obviously play the end of the season. I don't think Emmett Stewart's coming back. That's sort of a pipe dream that Oregon fans have at this point. I just don't know if we're good enough roster-wise to beat Ohio State. Like, they're good everywhere. I do love the way we've played this year in important games. Indiana game was kind of funky, and maybe hopefully we throw that one out. But go to Iowa, go to Penn State, go to Washington, just very controlled. Good tempo, nothing really getting too up and down. So we'll see. I just think that I don't know if we're just good enough to win 4 games in a row. It's a grind. You got to win 4 games in a row if you're the 5 seed to win a championship. Like, it's not an easy task, and we got to go through Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia. Maybe it's just hard. I don't know if we're quite ready for that yet.
I'd say good luck, but it'll hurt me too much. I hope you understand. I still appreciate you coming on.
I was the biggest Michigan fan 2 years ago. You don't understand. I was
How
like,
dare
please, Michigan, please.
I understand. I will tell you, Geoff, we before we let you go, 10 seconds, we had a texter say, I'm staying in my car way longer than necessary just to hear his dog a few more times. So please.
I know. My guy, we were going to take a bath right now. He's very excited to take his bath, I think. So I appreciate you dealing with that.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Jeff. Take care. Bye.
It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to 4 Down territory.
This is 4 Down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down. Kyler Murray news, not coming back with the Cardinals this year. What does the future hold for Kyler Murray?
Do you remember the group NSYNC?
Do I remember the group NSYNC? Yeah.
Remember the song? Gone, girl, you're gone.
Girl, you're gone. Baby girl, you're gone.
Exactly. He is out of there. My man is healthy enough to play some ball.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know what? Sit this one out. We're going to make sure you're healthy because we're going to trade you. Ask someone to pick up this contract. It is it's inevitable over there with Kyler Murray. Now is, where do you go? Do you go to, my prediction was the New York Football Jets, or you go over there and do whatever you want with your career over there. Who knows what's going on? Maybe you go to the Saints, right? You have a new head coach over there. You drafted Tyler Shuck. He's doing okay. But no, it's a wrap for Kyler Murray. And it's weird, man, because there's no denying he is super talented, but just not good enough to get over the hump.
Such a weird spot to be in. Like, it's one of those things where you're like, they're definitely moving on, but like, every single year Kyler Murray would like shine. You know what I mean? There'd be a burst of like light. He figured it out, and then it would dim. And it would just never be a complete season. Second down. All right, let's talk about this weekend for the Seattle Seahawks. Who will be responsible for the containment of Bijan Robinson?
Ernest needs to have another day. Look, it's going to be a group effort, right? Group project to stop a guy like Bijan Robinson. Your edge rushers are going to have to force him inside to get to Ernest Jones, but I think it's going to be Ernest Jones. I think that they're going to spy with Ernest Jones. There's a texter who texted in and just had my mind all racing, saying that Leo was going to spy Bijan Robinson, and that's what kind of inspired this question. So, texter, I appreciate you. You're my motivation. You're my muse. It's going to be Ernest, man. Ernest has to have the day. Ernest and Trey combo that. That's why you pay the linebackers. They are the tacklers on the football team. If your linebacker does not have 100 tackles on the year, something is wrong. So, yes, it's a group effort. The defensive linemen are going to have to stay in their gaps, have that integrity. The edge rushers are going to have to force everything inside. When it's all said and done, 13 needs to clean it up.
Third down. What did you learn from Cooper Kupp yesterday?
Man, I learned that he felt that the game plan against Minnesota was on point. But there were just some things happening at the line of scrimmage. He mentioned tip passes several times to us yesterday, and I think that is a problem. Is it the arm slot of Sam Darnold? I don't think so. He doesn't have a low release. I think it's more of just the front line getting pushed back a bit. It sounded like he was confident in the game plan, and if we learn anything from Cooper Kupp, he's one of the smartest guys on the football field. Yeah. He understands exactly what's going on. So Can they make some adjustments this week? Because they're going to see a lot of pressure. But I walked away from that conversation thinking that Cooper thought the game plan was on point.
It kind of reminds me, this is going to sound weird because it doesn't seem like an obvious connection, but it just reminds me of the misconceptions we have about what goes right and wrong and what works and doesn't in football games sometimes.
Yeah.
And how sometimes a player on the inside can go, no, I really liked this, or this wasn't as bad as you thought it was, or this was actually worse. And it reminded me a little bit of Mike McDonald Monday with Brock and Salt getting really fired up talking about when guys just like randomly call plays without much of an identity or reason just because they think it looks cool. I know technically those are two different things, but both, I agree with you, kind of challenged my own conceptions or perception about like what works and doesn't. And what I think looked bad or looked cool might be completely different on the inside. They might be thinking like, we're so lucky that worked because that was a horrible decision. And meanwhile, I'm like, what a genius. So it's just, I always love those interviews. Fourth down. You got into a fight with Geoff Schwartz.
Loved it.
Anything stand out from our conversation with Geoff?
The fight.
The audacity.
Come on, man. Come on.
The audacity.
Like, Geoff, love you. Thank you for coming on our show. Please come on our show again. But I like poking, especially when I have no business poking, right? Washington State, we're not going to be in a national championship conversation. We're not going to get the highest recruited player. But to sit there and act like you don't have the funds to go out and build yourself a football team is crazy to me. But I love the pushback. And that's what I love about college sports. And it's slowly fading away because of people transferring and all that stuff. It's just the pride that you have. You heard the pride from Geoff come out real quick when I pushed back and said, y'all got the deepest pockets in the world.
I will say this, though. What's really interesting is they are second, I think, to Ohio State. And it reminded me earlier of the conversation when I was like, is Indiana closer to like number 9 Bama than they are to number 1 Ohio State? And you said yes. Ohio State is just that team right now. And it's crazy. And yes, it's deep pockets. It is deep pockets.
Yeah.
It's great recruiting, and it's the advantage of having those things to give you advantage with recruiting. But, like, I don't see a world where they don't win a title.
Yeah, I think it's obviously theirs.
I think it's like a wrap.
But you know what I have to say to Oregon fans out there? Y'all don't even have a fake championship like you do.
Okay, first
you don't
of
even
all,
got a fake one.
We have a real
shared championship.
It's a real championship.
1991.
It's a real championship.
It's fake.
It's a real.
You know what? It's like when Central Florida gave themselves their championship.
No, it's not, because that wasn't a real championship. This is a real championship.
It was not.
Half of a championship is more than no championship.
Half. And it's almost like y'all gave yourself that half.
No, we didn't.
And the media was like, fine.
That's not what happened.
You broke the sandwich in half and said you can have half the sandwich too.
First of all, it's real. Secondly, we didn't just give it to ourselves. And thirdly, Oregon doesn't have one, and they're not going to get one this year.
Hey, they need one, though.
They are not going to get
desperately. And when they do, it'll be realer than yours.
When they do.
If they do.
Exactly. That feels a little more accurate.
Hey, UW, I know y'all coming for me. It's all love, okay? I know UW fans are going to be on my head.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. The timeline's next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth. Every Monday at 4 during the NFL season with Wyman and Bob.
I understand the Vikings aren't great, but still.
Their right guard, Fries, he got beat so fast by Big Cat.
Yeah.
And the only thing faster than that sack was Will Fries sticking his hand out to help the quarterback up. I would cut him right there on the spot. I mean, he just turned around and stuck his hand up there like, hey, partner, how you doing? Let me help you up. And I was just like, dude, get out.
On YouTube and the Seattle Sports app.
If you've been thinking about a new Ford, I've got great news for you. Family-owned and operated Wayscar Ford in Auburn is having their 103rd annual year-end holiday sales event. This year, all new Fords are priced at only $1 over factory invoice, and that's on the whole Ford lineup. That's right. Every new Ford is priced at only $1 over factory invoice, and that's before any rebates, customer cash, or low APR financing. Plus, they all come with a lifetime powertrain warranty included at no additional cost. Press for time? No problem. Wayscar Ford will deliver your car to you. You'll never be pressured at Wayscar Ford, so you can purchase with confidence. That's because every single vehicle they sell comes with a full 5-day or 500-mile, 100% money-back guarantee. So if you change your mind for any reason, bring the vehicle back for a full 100% refund. The $1 over factory invoice sale is going on right now. Check it out at wayscarford.com.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like the clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The rainy season's here, Seattle, and your roof can't wait. Schedule your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com and get $500 off today. Costly repairs and Band-Aid fixes won't hold up and just drain your pockets. Our technicians replace roofs year-round, backed by the strongest warranties. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Get ready, because Murphy Auction is closing out the year with a massive Marysville equipment auction with the complete dispersal of AA rentals, 7 mini excavators, 17 skid steers, tractors, backhoes, telescopic forklifts, and over 100 gas-powered landscaping tools. Need something heavier? A John Deere 85G excavator, a Hitachi ZX290LC, a Cat CS563E roller, and 10 high-reach boom lifts, plus 3 big-time dump trucks hit the block, a 2018 Kenworth T880 Super Solo, a 2019 Peterbilt quad axle, and a 2005 Kenworth G800 quad axle, plus a fleet of 6 2017 to 2019 Peterbilt 567 tractors. The biggest auction of the year of heavy equipment, trucks, and more is underway now and closes at 10 a.m. Thursday, December 11th. Visit murphyauction.com for details. That's murphyauction.com.
Tune in this Sunday when your Seattle Seahawks take on Atlanta. Kickoff at 10 o'clock a.m. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, proud sponsor of the Seattle Seahawks and the biggest and best in the Pacific Northwest.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Emerald Queen Casino Event Center presents the main event, powered by WFC, Friday night, February 6th. A night of professional boxing where champions are made and every punch counts. Contenders from the region go toe-to-toe, ready to prove they belong at the top. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Don't miss Fight Night, February 6th at Emerald Queen Casino, the boxing capital of the Northwest. 21 and older, need gambling help? Call 800-547-6133 or visit emeraldqueen.com.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game. Sunday, December 14th. Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win. From the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Brought to you by Integrated Rehabilitation Group.
This is The Timeline
with Bump and Stacy.
Brought to you by 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
Hey, Stacy, before you start the timeline, one more thing that's fake about you, Dub. Your mascot. It's not even a real husky. Come on, do better. It's not even a real mascot.
First of all, it's a real mascot.
It's not a real husky.
Literally a real mascot.
It's not a real husky.
It's like living and breathing. No, Brady, stop it. Brady, stop it. It's a Malamute.
Is that a husky?
I would say it's in the husky family. It's not like
It's like his cousin?
Okay, well, where's your coug? I'm sorry. Oh, do you guys have a mountain lion you're rolling out of games that I just missed? I didn't see it.
We prefer to let them live in their natural habitat and not confine them to cages.
I think that you're jealous that all you guys have is whatever Brutus or whatever his name is.
Brutus?
What's his name?
Butch.
Butch. That's what I said. That Butch and whatever that stuffed lion you have at that bar.
Lion?
That stuffed mountain lion. You know, the one that's like its eyes are all crazy at that bar?
At that bar.
That's what you guys have.
Okay.
We have a living, breathing, real-life husky.
Non-husky.
I think Malamutes are related to huskies. I think they're related.
But it's not a husky,
Malamute related to husky. Let me go ahead. Yes, they're related. They're the same thing, basically.
Related, but not the same
They're
thing.
roughly the same thing.
All right, can I finish by saying I got love for you, Dub, okay?
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I got 3 wins against them. How can I not love a team that I constantly beat?
You're on one today. You're taking shots at Ducks. You're taking shots at Huskies.
Hey, Geoff got me rolling, but I do got love for you, Dub, and all you guys coming at me in the text lines for show. But Geoff got me going, though.
Geoff sat up. He said, now, wait a minute. His dog in the car. Hang on. Let me get this off my chest.
Put the muzzle on his dog and say, hey, be quiet.
Hey, I got to get this off my chest. I also like that when you said, hey, Geoff, do you think, to a former offensive lineman, would you say edge rushers are the most athletic position on the football field? And he said, well, hey.
I wasn't even trying to get out. That's real. And you know what, Geoff? I'm sorry, Geoff. I didn't mean to do that.
That was rude.
It was a fun combo.
The audacity of that. If you missed our conversation with Geoff Schwartz, it'll kick off hour 2 of the Bump and Stacy podcast. Oh, my God. Can I also be shameless and ask people to go leave reviews and rate the Bump and Stacy podcast? I've been so bad about encouraging people to do that. So I'm going to get back on it now. That changes, okay?
All right.
My New Year's resolution is to do my job. So if you guys could rate, review, subscribe, leave 5 stars, leave a rating. If you find time, it would be so appreciated. Let's get to what we're actually talking about today.
My bad. People are coming at me, too.
Trending stories in sports today. Popularity may not care to some people, but it does to me. So I was happy to see that the Mariners gained a lot of popularity in 2025. How much popularity? Well, it turns out the Mariners were Google's top trending sports team of 2025. The most searched sports team of 2025 was the Seattle Mariners. Rounding out the top 5 at number 2, some team called the Oklahoma City Thunder. Who even knows or cares about them? Then the Indiana Pacers, the Blue Jays, and Paris Saint-Germain.
What's that?
The football club, soccer.
Oh, PSG. That's what
PSG.
I know them as.
Oh, PSG. Sorry, I'm not as in the know as you are.
Though I wouldn't expect that. The top 5. OKC, I can understand. Obviously, they won the NBA Finals. Indiana's interesting. PSG, I wonder why is was there a major trade or something?
I think it's
Bones,
just worldwide because the next
Bones
5,
don't follow soccer
the next 5 teams are all soccer teams.
Are they? Yeah.
Like one MLS and then the rest, or 2 MLS and the rest Premier League.
That lets you know just how magical that season was. Or people like the Mariners. What's going on in Seattle?
What can you tell me about this?
They got a dumper over there.
Where's Seattle? I'm guessing the big dumper had to be part of it, a huge part of it. But yeah, the Mariners were officially the most searched sports team in 2025. Some people might not care. I consider that another win, and I think that's pretty cool. So good for the Mariners. Next up, a wild point streak by LeBron James was snapped last night, and the Lakers win over the Raptors. LeBron was held to 8 points. It's the first time he's finished a game with single-digit points since 2007.
That's wild.
2007.
And
that was 45 years ago.
And you don't do that. And you know how I feel about LeBron, right?
You don't like LeBron.
No. I understand who he is. I appreciate his greatness.
If it was
but
a yes
he's
or
not
no
my
question,
guy.
do you like LeBron? Check yes or no.
I'm going to check no, right?
Yeah.
But he plays for my team, so I got to support him. This is the most respect I've ever had for him. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock. Austin Reeves has the ball. He swings it to LeBron. LeBron can make or attempt the shot, keep the record going. He makes the basketball play, swings it to Rui in the corner. Rui hits the game winner, and then he celebrates as if he won the ball game. This is the most respect I've ever had for LeBron. I respect him as a person, a husband, a father, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm Kobe all day.
What if I was like, I don't respect him as a person, a husband, or a father? I actually respect him the most as a player. Can you imagine? I feel like we always add those things that are like, We all do it. I said it earlier when I was talking about, who was I talking about? Philip Grubauer, where I was like, but I've heard he's such a nice person. It's like, what if one day.
Because you got to separate it.
You do. You have to remind people that, like, you know, hey, it's not personal. I just can't. 2007 is just crazy. Like, it is just wild.
That's nuts. Like 1,200 games, something like that.
It's crazy. Next and last story in the timeline. How many unread texts do you currently have? Like, if you look at your phone, how many unread texts? I have none.
24.
That stresses me out. Brady, how many unread texts do you currently have?
1.
Okay. I have none. I don't like any notifications on anything.
How many unread emails do you have?
I don't have my notifications turned on for emails for that reason, because it stresses me out when people have like 500 unread text messages. How many unread texts do you think Adam Schefter has?
Thousands.
Thousands?
Thousands.
Brady, how many unread texts
8,000
to the digit do you think Adam Schefter has?
346.
Okay. This is what Adam told Kevin Clark.
I work with a trainer once a week, and on his phone, great guy, Alec, and on his phone, he's got like 1,524 unanswered texts. There's nothing. That's the modern day equivalent of sleeping through your final in college. Okay?
That was a real laugh.
1,524 unanswered texts. Oh my God.
I have 846.
Unanswered?
Unanswered.
I have zero. And I always have zero. Zero.
So what do you do? Do you delete? Are you inbox zero guy? So if you get something from someone who either just got your number or I have a lot of respect for these guys, but like radio guys and XYZ who just reach out if you can do 10 minutes and you're just kind of like, you write back to them or do you delete the message?
No. I don't delete. I don't delete.
Oh, this is unbelievable. You get back to every human on earth. This is unbelievable. You might be the best texter
hold
on earth.
I get back to every human on earth that I know.
Right. Okay. But I just think you're the best text etiquette I've ever been around. I just wanted to shout out that for a second.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's like everybody's got. Look, I don't have many skills in life, Kevin. So if that's the one thing that I can do well, we'll take it.
I think he has a lot of skills, and I think that responding to text messages or opening text messages, I don't always respond. Sometimes I just click on it to be like, okay, I'll respond to this person later, or like this doesn't need a response right now, right? Like I'm busy. My friend is just texting me. We're all meeting up for a dinner later, and she's like, "Hey, can you pick this up on the way?" Yeah, sure. I don't need to respond to that. How do you look at your phone, have 740 as the little red dot, and not wonder what some of them are?
Stacy, I will text you.
I didn't say I
will
respond.
DM you.
I didn't say I respond.
And I will not hear back from you. Then you'll show up the next day at work like, "Hey, Bob." I'm like, nothing, huh?
I think that what's getting lost here is that you click on it because you see like what's going on here. And
I'm just not that important, huh?
Well, no. Sometimes sometimes you just make a mental. Sometimes you make a mental note of saying, "I'm going to get back to this person later. I'm going to get back to this person later." But I don't like having the red dot. I don't like having it there, and I do not know how people function in this world with unread text messages on their phone
all the time.
You don't have to respond.
24 unread.
What? Are you wondering what they are?
I got.
What if there's an emergency?
Emails,
what if there's an emergency? What if someone texted you something
calls,
really important?
They'll keep texting.
Aren't you curious?
I'm not.
That's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane. Time for the IRG injury report brought to you by IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. One to watch here is going to be right guard Anthony Bradford, already dealing with an elbow injury. He landed on yesterday's practice report with a calf injury and was limited. Talking next about unbreakable NFL records.
The Seahawks' surge to the playoffs continues with a trip down south.
Fires down the middle, intercepted!
Against the Falcons in Atlanta.
They do a good job. They do a really good job. They are a really good blitzing team.
Aiming for their 10th win of the season and looking to stay atop a three-way tie in the NFL's toughest division. Every game is a must-win.
And this one goes to the house!
Kickoff Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pre-game at 7.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Welcome to IRG Sports Injury Update. We're with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and president of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. And our guest, Dr. Kevin Berry, physiatrist at Overlake Medical Clinics, musculoskeletal medicine at Highmark and Issaquah.
Dr. Berry, welcome. High school sports are starting. As a physiatrist, tell our listeners kind of how you participate in sports injury diagnoses.
One of the big things that has really taken over my field in the last 10 years is the use of ultrasound to help us better localize and define exactly what's causing someone pain or weakness. So in our practice, we use a lot of ultrasound, especially this time of year, football, baseball, lots of shoulder injuries. So we're able to better look at those different muscles and tendons in the shoulder and figure out which one or which couple of muscles or tendons are the main issue. One of the big benefits that we find with ultrasound is we're actually able to look at somebody as they are moving a joint. So we call that dynamic visualization. And that's really helpful in terms of figuring out, why it hurts when your shoulder's in a certain position or why your knee may lock up in a certain position.
Early diagnosis, identifying the problem, and then getting treatment started is good for the outcomes in the long run. You can do an ultrasound, that dynamic ultrasound right there in the office, make the diagnosis, and get that treatment process started, which again, in turn, better outcomes. Is that correct?
That is definitely one of the big benefits to it. It's also beneficial because it tends to be less expensive for patients than getting an MRI, and there's less of a hoop to jump through to get things approved through insurance.
Well, thank you, Dr. Berry. If you want more information regarding sports injuries, contact Dr. Berry at overlakehospital.org. That's overlakehospital.org.
With over 40 neighborhood clinics around Washington, IRG has you covered. Let IRG be your family's physical therapist. Find the location nearest you at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all three like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Headed outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on SeattleSports.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home, thanks to the VA home loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education, and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Okay. Only 10 more presents to wrap.
You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
NFL Network's Gregg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily, joining us in 15 minutes. Before we get to it, pop quiz, Bump. Pop quiz.
Yes.
Who owns the single-season rushing touchdowns record?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
You got it. And how many? This is slightly tougher. But you know it's
26, 28.
I think it's 28. I should have had that in front of me if I was going to be. I always wanted to be a teacher.
This is harder. What is it?
This
Tell
is like
me.
when I used to make believe that I was a teacher when I was younger, and I would make my sister and all her friends do homework, and then I didn't actually know.
Didn't grade it?
I didn't actually know what to do. 28. 28 is the single season record set in 2006 by LaDainian Tomlinson. It is a record that I'm wondering if it's like a quietly unbreakable NFL record. And like, maybe no one cares that much. I find these things interesting. So I was thinking about it last night. The closest that anyone has got, so the top 3 record holders were all set between 19 at the most recent in 2006, 19 years ago, 2005 and 2003. So we're talking over 20 years.
Alexander, Priest Holmes.
No one's gotten close to touching it.
It's been a while.
The most recent was, I think, Raheem Mostert with 18. And consider that that was like league leading, the closest anyone got. And there might have been someone else in like 22,
Josh
23.
Jacobs had, that was 15.
But you see, I'm like
Dang.
15, 16, 17, 18. So this is my question. I know it sounds dumb. It's just interesting to me. Is the single season rushing touchdowns record, which has not been touched for 20 years, a quietly unbreakable NFL record?
What's the most King Henry has had?
I'll look it up while you're
that's the
talking.
guy who I would feel like would have the most opportunity to, because running backs aren't getting the touches they used to get. Like, they're just not getting the touches. That's interesting. No, it has to be, yeah.
Most in a season is 16.
That's it.
Not even top 10.
How about passing touchdowns? What's the most in a season? We got
you mean like total
yeah.
yards and touchdowns, everything from scrimmage?
No, just passing touchdowns. So 55. I'm trying to just wrap my
Mahomes.
mind around what's harder. Is it passing touchdowns? Is it the receiving record? Is it the rushing? I think it might be the rushing touchdowns
I think
record.
it's rushing touchdowns because 55 is tough to break, but 55 was broken just a few years after
6
it was
years.
initially set.
Yeah. Closest we've gotten is 50 by Pat Mahomes in 2018. I think so. I think because the game, unless the game keeps trending the way that it is, even if it is, right? Teams are starting to pack it in and run the football more, but they're using 2 running backs more now than ever.
That's exactly what I wanted to get
Yeah.
to. I just think that the way I wish I could talk to a room of football players and coaches and be like, do you think it will ever get back to that? No one talks about it. And we've spent so much of the year talking about the single season and receiving yards record, which, by the way, has not been broken or touched since 2012. That's still a pretty notable amount of time. Cooper Kupp obviously getting the closest, I think within like 50-ish in 21. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba has a chance this year. It's kind of getting further away, though. But I think single season rushing touchdowns will stand for longer. Someone will break Calvin Johnson's record. Someone will get 2,000 receiving yards before someone gets 29 touchdowns rushing.
I found a tougher record to beat.
What?
And it's inspired by the text lines. Single season interception record. Ain't nobody touching this record. It's 14. 1952. They only threw the ball 14 times in 1952
a Super Bowl era record.
So what? They threw the ball 14 times in 1952.
Okay, no one's touching that record. But what about like post-1970 records?
All right, 13.
Okay, that's tough.
And that was in 1980. Lester Hayes.
That is tough.
All right,
Unfortunately,
these
like I
might be
said,
the two
1980,
toughest.
67 years ago. So that's also a long time.
This might be the two toughest. I think you were onto something, but the texter who texted this in.
Hear me out, though, but teams are passing far more. Even though they're packing it, teams are passing less often than they were in 2016, 17, 18. But the league itself will never go to what it was back then.
But they're more efficient passing now. Like, they were throwing the ball with 2 hands back then.
Just between their legs. They were hiking it downfield.
They're doing like soccer throw-ins.
They looked like me out there. Just ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks. And all kinds of other birds, too.
I think those are the 2 records. I don't think anyone's touching the interception record. And didn't we have Bland had like 6 for return for a touchdown? He didn't even come close to that record.
Yeah, that was a crazy record, though, because that was also like consecutive pick sixes, too, for a minute. I just think that even though we're seeing more rushing, and you've talked a lot about the evolution of defenses and kind of the constant back and forth that football is always going to have, that's super interesting. I just don't know if we will ever see a league where someone's like getting 30 rushing touchdowns.
I don't think so. I think people understand it's the wear and tear that are on running backs. And we're seeing 2 running back tandems. You saw one last night with Montgomery and Gibbs. Over here in Seattle, you have Ken Walker and Zach Charbonnet. With the Rams, you have Williams and Corum. There's always going to be that other back because GMs understand it's the wear and tear that running the ball takes. And the game is more spread out. There's more play action these days. So, yeah, I think that's interesting. I don't think anyone's going to touch that.
No.
At least not in the next decade.
It's just not. I mean, God. There's just also so many weapons. Like, the college game is so good. Receivers are so NFL ready. Like, you look at Jonathan Taylor, who for a minute was also leading in total points scored, which is almost always a kicker. So that was really crazy. He's got 15. He's got 1,200 yards through 13 weeks of the season, 15 touchdowns. He needs to not quite double that, but add another 11, 12 to be able to get close to touching the record.
He's got to go crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if I do the math. Now, listen, Zach Charbonnet's at 8. 20, if he gets 4 rushing touchdowns per game over the last 5 games, okay? Look, I'm no mathematician, but I think it's possible.
If that happens.
The haters will say it can't be done.
If that happens, Ken Walker's going to request a trade. He's like, get me out of here. They're really not messing with me.
I think the sack record's going to get broken.
This year.
Miles
like
Garrett's
3
looking
weeks.
right at it.
Yeah.
Right at it, which is such a bummer, man.
Wasted talent.
Will he be one of the on that list of like best players ever to never touch a Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's not sniffing that.
That's sad.
Unless he's a 20-year vet playing for a team that's balling.
Yeah, I did not have the single season sack record on my list of unbreakable records. But single season rushing touchdowns, one that I'd never really thought of too much.
That's pretty good.
I think it's quietly unbreakable.
I think that and interceptions, I think that's safe.
Yeah. Gregg Rosenthal joins us next.
First shutout win for the Seahawks.
Wyman and Bob.
Since September 27th of 2015.
Remember that well.
Do you? No, I don't either. Had to look it up.
Every afternoon at 2.
It was kind of a weird game. I mean, it was just kind of a grind towards the end. But, I mean, you hold any NFL team to a shutout, I don't care how bad they are. It's something to be proud of.
Only on Seattle Sports on 710, the Seattle Sports app, and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Well, it's pretty hard to believe the holidays are here, and now is a great time for fitness gifts for your friends and family, or maybe even for yourself. Hey, Brock Ewart here, and from weight sets and accessories to the complete home gym, my friends at Top Fitness is the place to shop, and doing it right now. Top Fitness got certified pre-owned, pre-core commercial treadmills that are the same models used in hotels and clubs that typically sell for over $13,000 and available for you. You ready for this? For $3,300. They look like new and they come with a full warranty. So don't settle for that lightweight, cheaper treadmill when you can get a deal this good. As always, you get free delivery and assembly on those Precor treadmills, ellipticals, and exercise bikes. It's no secret why everyone from personal trainers to pro athletes love Top Fitness. You can visit them in Tukwila, Linwood, or Bellevue, or go to topfitness.com for all the fitness enthusiasts on your holiday lists. Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Fall rains can expose hidden roof problems, and once water gets in, the damage only gets worse. Is your roof ready for the season? Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. At State Roofing and Exteriors, we repair and replace roofs with a quality you've trusted for decades. And yes, we also provide siding, windows, decks, and gutters to keep your entire home protected. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule a free estimate. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saline, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
Good Dog Auto Glass. When the stakes are high, you want the best on your team. When your windshield breaks, don't settle for your insurance company's fix that's just safe enough. Trust Good Dog Auto Glass, where the quality isn't light. We do all the things the little guys don't, and we do all the things the big guy does.
We answer the phone when you call, we work for you, and we will walk you through the insurance process. Visit GoodDogAutoGlass.com, Puget Sound's most trusted auto glass company, and get more bang for your bark.
What's up, everybody? It's Michael Bumpus. Seattle U's men's basketball team is hosting some big games at Climate Pledge. Come see teams like Washington State, and Gonzaga. First game is December 7th against UTEP. Grab your tickets at GoSeattleU.com/tickets. Red Hawks rising.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Northeast Landscaping Services reminds listeners the holidays are meant to be a time of good cheer and warm gatherings with family and friends. Don't spoil the spirit of the season by getting behind the wheel after drinking. Always designate a sober driver or take a ride share for a safe ride home. Let's all work together to keep our roadways safe and accident-free this holiday season. Happy holidays to you and yours from the entire team at Northeast Landscaping Services, the family-owned landscaping experts for 30 years, online at northeastls.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. He's host of NFL Daily with Gregg Rosenthal. It's Gregg Rosenthal joining us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Gregg, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Stacy. How's it going?
Good. Really exciting season for Seattle. I do have a lot of questions, as does Bump, about the Seahawks, but I'm going to first start with Thursday night football. We wondered whether the team that lost would be essentially eliminated from the playoffs. Obviously, they aren't mathematically, but this was a big one for both Dallas and Detroit. Detroit gets the win. Is Dallas's season pretty much done in your eyes, or do they still have a chance here?
I think they have a chance until there's a game in Los Angeles or against the Chargers in 2 weeks that they would need to win. They're on Sunday Night Football next week against Minnesota. You take care of that, and if you could beat the Chargers in 2 weeks, you have a path to win out and possibly make the playoffs. This being the Cowboys, I feel like the move is to get their fans' hopes up one more time
just for
and then devastate them, at the end, and then lose,
Yeah, I was hoping, Dallas got that thing done, but obviously didn't. When you look at the NFC, who's a team that you feel like is sneaky? I like the Green Bay Packers. I wouldn't call them sneaky, but who's a team that you feel like people should be watching?
Well, I think it's the 49ers, not just because of the record. And by the way, they're 4-1 in the division. And, the Rams and Seahawks have to play each other again. Like, there is a path to them not just being sneaky in the playoffs, but being sneaky and winning the division. I don't think they have the pass rush and the defense to win 3 straight rounds, but the effort that they've been playing with over their heads in general on defense, and then there is a path I see where they have a top 5 type of offense and pull off some sort of upset. I know Seahawks fans know they're dangerous. I do think that that's actually a team that the Rams and the Seahawks might not want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you. And again, it's one of those conversations that I know many 49ers fans are having, oh my God, the job Kyle Shanahan is doing, coach of the year. And unfortunately for him, and Seahawks fans, and I'm sure Rams fans have experienced this a million times, a coach can do something really great, but when you're 7, 8, 9, 10 years in, that award's just going to someone else. Who do you think is a front runner right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's got to be Vrabel, just in part because I don't think Ben Johnson and the Bears are going to survive this gauntlet down the stretch. If they somehow do and win the NFC North, then it's probably Ben Johnson. But when you look at what Vrabel has done, they won 8 games combined the last 2 years. You have a potential MVP in Drake May. And if you split even with the Bills and Ravens, which are their 2 games coming off the bye, you have 2 pretty easy games down the stretch. Suddenly for the Patriots to be 14-3 and maybe be the 1 seed, I think that'll be tough to pass on.
What's going on in the AFC? Stacy and I have been trying to figure out, the Patriots, are they real? Denver, are they real? What are your thoughts on the other side?
So it's not good for morning talk shows or maybe even your show, but my big theory for the AFC is you can't really separate them into tiers. I'm not buying that the Patriots and the Broncos are any different than any of these teams. I think by the time you get to the playoffs, you really are going to have 6, maybe 7 teams, depending on who gets in, that have a chance to win a 3-game tournament. Because, if you put the Chargers against the Patriots, or you just mix it up, it's the Colts against the Ravens. In all of these games, no result is going to surprise me. So I really do think it's an extremely rare year in the NFL where on the AFC side, you can shake up all those teams and it could come out almost any way, and it's not going to surprise me. And that's why I'm still not crossing off the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills, the old guard, because, they're not as good as they used to be, but neither is the whole conference, and maybe they could get the right matchups and get through a pretty weak conference.
All right, back to the NFC, and this time to Seattle. You tweeted yesterday the Seahawks being first in pressure rate and 27th in blitz rate feels unfair, and it's a stat that, Bump and I have been especially reminded of with back-to-back weeks against Minnesota and Atlanta, which are 1 and 2 in blitz rate, and both have been generating a ton of pressure. But you're right. It's this really notable discrepancy between how much Seattle actually blitzes and the massive amount of pressure and sacks that they're still able to generate. Have you been able to figure out how they're doing it?
Well, I just think it's depth that they have 6, 7 guys who can do it, get 3, 4 sacks or pressures in a given game. It's always interesting looking at their pressure numbers after the game. And it literally is 5, 6, 7 guys. And you don't know if it's going to be a Derek Hall game or a Byron Murphy game or a DeMarcus Lawrence game or Nuosu. And it's just, it's very tough to know where to put your double teams. And then I also think it's the coverage in the back end helping the pressure out. So usually you think about it the other way, but because the coverage is good, that often has the quarterback needing to hold the ball a little longer. That gives the pressure time to get home. And it's why all season, on paper overall, pretty early on, I was thinking, I think the Seahawks are the best team in the NFL, and nothing has really gotten me to get off that point.
That's a bold statement right there. I've been going back and forth between the Seahawks and the Rams, and then before a week ago, I was looking at the Eagles as well. But I also look at just the way that the Seahawks are made up. Can you win with a quarterback that isn't a top 5 quarterback in this league? When you look at just the way this team is built, what makes you think that the Seahawks are still top dogs here?
Yeah, and that is a big question because the NFC is so different. And I would put the Rams and the Seahawks, I've kind of put them above the pack the rest of the way and the rest of the conference. And I think the Packers might be there in the end too. You're not going to skate by. And those two defenses in particular are going to be difficult to get through in the playoffs for a guy like Darnold. But like his ceiling is so high, and I think the rest of the team is good enough to perhaps survive a mistake or two. Not 4 like you had against the Rams, but the fact, for instance, that they were in that game, like I think the coaching and the line of scrimmage and the overall depth of talent, we've seen teams make it to the Super Bowl. I would say even last year win a Super Bowl with a quarterback that throughout most of the regular season certainly was not a top 5 guy. And then you look at Darnold's stats, they would tell you he is a top 5 guy, even though I'm with you that I would not put him in that category.
Yeah, I think that what we always get stuck on is maybe the turnovers. And the thing, Greg, you know this, there are so many that, like, you look back on and you're like, okay, that's not entirely on Darnold. Like, that was a freak, not, the Rams ones were, but like, hey, that was a freak pass that bounced off his tight end's helmet, or, his right tackle got pushed into him at the end of the game against the 49ers. But then sometimes you get to the end, not the end of the season, but week 14, and you go, look, you're a good team that's leading the league in giveaways. I'm running out of excuses. I'm running out of things to say here. And I guess my question really is, if we're going to should we just accept week 14 right now? Look, when you have a trend that's stuck around that much, that's the trend. And if your trend is unfortunately some giveaways, is this a team that's good enough to withstand that?
Some, yes, maybe not all. And it's obviously depending on how much you're forcing to, so much I think also comes down to winning that Rams game when they play each other again, because the winner has a really good chance to be the 1 seed. You play one less game in a pretty good playoff field. You play 2 games at home versus 3 on the road. I mean, that is everything. And I think then the equation works out. The problem is, like I mentioned, let's say you do have to get through the Rams and Packers in the playoffs. Those are 2 really exciting defenses, good pass rushes. And that's where, like, against those sort of opponents, can you get through 2 of those types of games without making the big time mistakes? And that would be difficult. And that's why I think that getting the bye and getting the top seed is so important for this team.
What do you think the chances are that Mike Macdonald gets Coach of the Year? I know he's got some competition, right? You got Ben Johnson over there in Chicago. But the job he's done with this team has been fun to watch.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think voters go to, like, the last shiny thing. So, again, I go to that Rams game that's coming up, and they still have the 49ers on the schedule, too. The Seahawks, right? Do they? They play each other one more time?
Yeah, last game.
So, look, so if you end the season beating the Rams, and then let's say that 49ers game is either the national window afternoon game in week 18, or heck, maybe it's the Sunday night game with the 49ers trying to get into the playoffs. Seahawks are trying to get the 1 seed. Like, that would be a lasting impression. And I really think Mike Macdonald would have deserved it. I'm all about rewarding guys for, like, a multi-year effort. And he's done everything that he has wanted to do since he's come to Seattle. So I think if they got the 1 seed in the NFC, he would have my vote, my hypothetical vote.
Okay, I'm going to go to the AFC. And Greg, I'm so sorry, but I know that you're a Patriots fan, or that you grew up a Patriots fan, so I have to ask you about New England. And one of the knocks that obviously they've been getting all season is, oh my God, the schedule's so easy. On the other hand, 10 wins in a row now? Drake May, an MVP favorite. You can only play the games in front of you. How do you weigh, it's clearly a massive step forward, but how do you weigh how real they are right now?
Yeah, the schedule stuff is real, because it's not just like the easiest schedule in the league this year. It's the easiest schedule by far. And if you look back over the last 30 years, like one of the easiest schedules in. So I think that's valid, but they do seem like a team that is improving along the way. And I don't put them in a different category than these other AFC teams. They need to keep showing me more. If they play really well against the Bills and Ravens, then maybe I would. And so to me, they're just another one of these AFC teams, which means they're real. I think they have a chance, especially if they get the 1 seed. They're going to have an easier draw. But the main thing for me as a fan is just that Drake May is real. That I 100% believe. So to find one of those dudes, I think he is the story of the NFL this year, because I was big on him before the Patriots even drafted him. He was one of my favorite prospects I've ever seen come out. And I think like the NFL and the Patriots have identified like another one of those guys that's going to be a top 5 or 6 guy throughout his career. And so they could lose in the first round of the playoffs. And as long as Drake May is real, like this season is real for them.
Well, you got me. That's the worst take I've ever had. Is I didn't think Drake May was going to do anything in this league, but he's doing his thing. I also came into the season thinking that Jordan Love was going to be up for the MVP, playing some good ball. What are your thoughts on Jordan Love and his situation over there? Because the receivers ain't been helping him out too much.
No, until this Christian Watson injury, recovery ended, and he's really changed their offense. And Jordan Love is coming off 2 of his best games of the year. He was awesome in that Giants game. I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to watch it, and he was awesome on Thanksgiving. And so if you look at the numbers, when he is kept clean, he actually has a more dramatic split than Jared Goff, where he has not been great under pressure this year. But when he's kept clean, they're the best passing game in the league, and you see the talent. And I'm with you. Like, I haven't even crossed him off. This is a weird year for MVP. Like, there are a couple guys like him. I thought Dak, if he had a monster game last night and they had won that game, there's a couple guys like Love and Herbert that, like, if they could just finish extremely strong, I don't even count them out of it either. And I'd put Jordan Love in that category because he is playing some of the best ball of anyone right now.
Kind of a random question that has nothing to do with any of the teams we've been talking about, but with the news of Kyler Murray this morning not going to be able to return for the Cardinals, what's more likely, that Mike Tomlin's back for the Steelers next year or that Kyler Murray's back for the Cardinals?
Mike Tomlin by far, because I think I'm still putting that over 50-50. But Kyler, when they announced this IR stint, I thought, it's over. And everything that's happened since has kind of supported that. Because if you guys remember, like, he literally was on the practice field for them for multiple days, like 6 weeks ago. So something's strange here. I think they just decided, okay, it's time for a divorce.
Yeah, they put him on ice. They said, like, we're gonna save you for later, for sure. I asked Stacy this question yesterday. We had a discussion. Has Sam Darnold showed you enough here to make you commit if you are the Seahawks organization? Okay, we're going to ride this contract out. We're not looking for another quarterback. We believe in what you're doing.
Yes, because of the structure of the contract. He's still under contract, for 2 more years after this. So I think that's the perfect number. Hopefully, him and his agent don't come back to them this year and really push hard for a contract extension right now. Because if you could kick the can 1 more season, as long as he performs well in 26, then you feel outstanding giving him another big contract. And I think because they gave him that 3-year deal, I got to give John Schneider some love because I was so wrong. I thought they downgraded going from Geno to Darnold, and that contract looks incredible for the Seahawks now.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. It was the conversation that we were having all offseason, too. It's not that I thought, like, it's a drastic decrease. I thought, they're betting on the run game taking off. That's clearly what this is. They're betting on the run game taking off and on they want the flexibility without guaranteed money for Sam in 2026. And I would never have expected that the Seahawks have this record in part because of what Sam Darnold has done, and that the run game hasn't even taken off. The run game's still waiting, so it's very, very cool. All right, is there a last question for you, a really quick one? A game we're going to be clearly keeping our eyes glued to Seahawks Falcons, but that's an early window for us. What to you in Week 14 is a game that you absolutely must watch?
Oh, man, this is the best slate of the season. But to me, Texans-Chiefs is so fascinating. I mean, the Texans, who lost to them twice late last year, have a chance to all but knock them out. It's not going to end the dynasty, but it's going to end this year's Chiefs. And I think this Texans team is very dangerous if they can pull off this win.
Make sure you are listening to NFL Daily. Rate, review, subscribe. He is Gregg Rosenthal. Thanks, Gregg.
Thanks, Gregg.
Great talking to you guys.
Have a good one. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline Rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
The Lions saved their season with a 44-30 win over the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. What's the real headline?
Saved their season, but ruined Bump's next flight. Bump made a bet. Well, now I'm upset because you actually don't mind this at all. I feel like you tricked me. Bump and I made a bet, and it was if the Lions win, he has to film himself clapping when the plane lands next because he travels all the time for work. And I thought, this is so funny. But then you reminded me how often you sit in first class, and that it's actually not going to be that embarrassing. I thought it would be so much more funny if you were in 21F, starting to just, let's go.
No, I'm going to look back and say, people.
You're going to do not your first class clap, just it's a golf clap.
People.
It's the hear ye, we have landed.
Exactly. No,
then,
but, you know, it's all right. I'll have fun doing it. No one's going to clap, though. People will look at me funny.
No, I don't think so. Remember Ian the other day said he got swept up in one?
Well, he said it was in Ireland, and that's apparently what people do.
I think that things happen to our minds as humans that we're socially programmed to do. If I was in a room and everyone started clapping, I think I'd start clapping.
Have you seen
I wouldn't even think about it. I would just do it.
Have you seen those social experiments? And in India, it's like elevator pranks.
Where
like
they turn the wrong way?
No, they'll do something like that. They'll get on the elevator, and one guy will start dancing, right? And then he'll tell someone to dance. He's in on the joke. And if he doesn't dance, he'll like push him against the wall. So then people in the elevator just start dancing because they don't want to get pushed against the wall.
No. Yeah, that would be, I would be one of those people where I'd be like, all right, yeah, sure. I started watching Pluribus. It's so good on Apple TV. Highly recommend
What's
if
it
everyone
called?
else. It's called Pluribus. And
What does that even mean?
I think it means like isn't it like the plurality, like all of the, everyone, like the nation or the people, all is one?
Sure.
Okay, well, I don't know. Anyways, as part of the premise of the show is that everyone in the world except for like a handful of people become, I don't want to say brainwashed, but like, and this isn't a spoiler, it's the premise. Basically, they're all now one, like one mind. And
So everyone thinks the same.
yes, they're all one being. It's it's both creepy and really funny. It's a great show. It's by the creator of Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Anyways, I was watching it last night and found myself thinking, like, I'm a follower. Like, in this
What?
show, it just so happens that there's something about the main character's like DNA or just like her body, where like she didn't choose to not be infected by this thing. She's just not. But I was watching it like, I think I just like, I don't think I'd be unique enough. Like, I'm just inherently a follower, and I think I would just, I'd be like peer pressured to pretend to be like everyone else.
You know what's funny? Cowboys in Detroit got us here. It's a pluribus.
Yeah, I don't know how or why.
We're here, though.
Well, I remember I was going to ask you, you changed your mind on Bijan Robinson being the best running back in the NFL after
Gibbs.
last night.
It's Gibbs.
Let's get back to football.
Bijan's number 2.
Bijan's number 2.
Gibbs
Where's
just
Jonathan
does.
Taylor rank?
He's like a pure running back, you know? Like, these two are like hybrid running backs. They do more.
disrespect.
And they're flashing. John, he's top 4, top 3.
If you could take any single running back and pretend they're perfectly healthy, any single running back from the league right now and put them on your own roster that you're
Gibbs.
constructing, Gibbs is who you choose?
Yep, it's Gibbs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He set some crazy records.
He's special,
Pretty
man.
Cool. Good for him.
Headline Rewrites.
Everyone loves the show. You guys got to watch it. Watch it on your next flight before you start clapping when the plane lands.
Will do.
All right, headline number 2, it's conference championship weekend in college football. The headliners being number 1 Ohio State facing number 2 Indiana and number 9 Alabama taking on number 3 Georgia. What's the real headline?
You know, it's really too bad the best weekend in college football only has one of these teams playing for something meaningful. That obviously being Alabama. Nothing matters for Ohio State, Indiana, and
Not at
Georgia.
all.
They are 1, 2, and 3, and they are not going anywhere. But Bama? Is Bama out of it if they lose the SEC championship?
Nah, the committee's going to take care of them. That's why they pushed them up past Notre Dame to make sure that if they were to lose this game, they're still going to be in it. Look, there's an argument for Alabama to be in it, but there's an argument for them not to be in it. There's an argument for Miami not to be a factor in this whole thing. Yeah, it's never going to be perfect. I was talking to my guy NASA and Paul Moore yesterday, and we're breaking it all down and giving our opinions, and we all came to the conclusion that it's never going to be perfect. You're never going to get it absolutely right. The closest you can get, in my opinion, is once you have 16 teams, because after 16, you're like, all right, these teams clearly don't deserve to be in the race. So, no, Bama's going to be good regardless, as long as they don't get blown out by like 60 points.
Who has the best chance? The bracket will determine all of this, so your answer may not even be in their path. Who would have the best chance at unseating Ohio State? Not in terms of rankings right now, but in terms of keeping them from a championship.
Man, let me look at it real quick. I would say
Georgia?
It'd have to be Georgia. It would have to be Georgia.
Am I being disrespectful of Indiana?
No, Indiana.
I'll find out very soon.
Indiana had such a soft schedule. They've beaten 2 ranked teams. Illinois, I don't think, is in the top. Obviously not in the top 12. They did beat Oregon. That was a quality win. But other than that, not impressive. But good football team.
Someone said pluribus means many, like on our currency, which says e pluribus unum, which means from many, one.
I thought you were the English major.
I am. I was on Dean's list. I was a double major.
Double major.
Yeah. I knew it meant like plural, like it clearly means like all, right? All or a lot of, like the root's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What was that?
I'm blocking this person.
What do they say when it comes to
Stop being helpful. I'm blocking you.
Origin of...
Root of origin. You know, I am really upset that you mentioned spelling bees because you know that I lost my spelling bee.
You know, I lost on Eagles.
Brady, you want to ask Bump to spell the word he lost on? Just say spell Eagles.
Your word is Eagles.
This is 2nd grade Michael. E-G-L-E-S. So confidently.
Just like the mayor.
Oh, God. Let's go to the next one.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, the Kraken got their doors blown out by the Oilers, losing 9-4. It was the most goals ever allowed by the Kraken in a single game. That's the real headline.
Kind of surprised they hadn't allowed that much before since it's Grubauer's 5th year with the team. Oh, no. Not fair. I get it. It's not fair. He didn't allow all of that. Goaltending has been solid this year. You guys get the joke.
This is, I said it the first time, I'll say it again. This team is like a toddler, and we're talking about it's the most they've given up in franchise history. 9. They only been around for like 2 months.
Not 2 months.
They only been around for 2 months. But the Kraken, they fooled you because you came into the season thinking they're going to be bad. Then they started the season on a little heater doing their thing. Now they're in a 4-game skid. But they just played the best hockey player on ice right now, and Connor McDavid. So hang in there, Kraken, hang in there.
Joe in Bellevue says, should Indiana be number 1 with a win over Ohio State?
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. I have no faith that they will. Shame on me, maybe. I think I tend to agree with you on not just the strength of schedule, but just in watching Ohio State, which unfortunately I've had to do a lot this year.
Hey, our text lines have been crazy the last 2 days.
Why?
Hey, Bump, being an English major doesn't mean a person studied Latin.
I feel like they're insulting both of us.
Oh, man.
The Seattle Seahawks have just 2 home games left this regular season, and we want you to be there. Seattle Sports is giving away 4 tickets to the Seahawks game on December 14th against the Colts. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and then click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, you got a couple options here. You can text the word app, A-P-P, to 860. I can spell lots of words. APP, that spells app, to 866-973-3776. We'll send you a link to download, or you can go to the App Store and download the app. It's free. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, December 8th. Taking a look around the NFL next.
Every morning at 7:45.
Is there a Sam Darnold kryptonite?
The pressure, in particular, the pressure in Sam's face. You know, he can dodge the outside stuff. We've seen him escape to the outside a bunch. He'll step up into the pocket if you try to overload or bring edge pressure, but it's the stuff right in the middle that's been problematic. You know, there's always answers. It's just how quickly you can get to them.
Catch every Blue 88 on the Seattle Sports app, YouTube, and your smart speaker.
Silver Reef Casino Resort is hosting a New Year's party. Escape to the vibrant and illuminated heart of the neon jungle for a New Year's Eve experience unlike any other. At Silver Reef Casino Resort's Glow Wild Party, blend tropical extravagance with electric payouts. Free dance party with music from Sway Seattle, plus $2,026 in hot seat drawings every hour starting at 6 p.m., all leading up to the epic $20,000 grand prize. The countdown is on. Ring in the new year by stepping into our neon jungle. Book your stay at silverreefcasino.com.
IRG Physical and Hand Therapy doesn't just treat injuries, they elevate athletes. From weekend warriors to elite competitors, IRG Sports Institute clinics are built for performance, blending top-tier physical therapy with advanced sports science and personalized training plans. Hey, Brock Hewitt here with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and owner of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Why? Why elevate athletes as well?
Because here at IRG, Brock, our motto is we want you to be your best self, your best physical self, your best mental self, and your best community self. At our new IRG Fremont Sports Institute, we're providing that type of care. We've got the latest equipment, the greatest techniques, the providers there that are excited to get you better, basically bigger, faster, stronger. Doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior, a recreational athlete, an elite athlete, we will make you to be your best.
You'll work with specialists who understand the grind because they've been there. With access to cutting-edge equipment and recovery techniques, you won't just heal, you'll come back stronger. Visit irgpt.com, irgpt.com.
When you're at home and next to your windows, do you notice cold air or a draft when the wind blows? How about moisture or leaking during a rainstorm? Dave Wyman here, and after 20 years in our home, our window seals started breaking. A failed window can do major damage to your home, and the older the window, the more likely it is to fail. That's why right now is an excellent time to have Harley Exteriors come by for a no-charge consultation. That's exactly what I had done over the summer, and not only were they extremely knowledgeable about all things windows, I found them to be polite, professional, and respectful. In other words, people you want to do business with. Harley Exteriors has a special offer for Seattle sports fans. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free. No payments or interest until 2027. And take an additional $200 off your project. Call 833-HARLEY or go to harleyexteriors.com. Schedule your free consultation today. They'll give you an honest assessment and quote. Go to harleyexteriors.com.
The Okie Golf Platinum Players Card is $50 off with the Friends and Family Holiday Discount. The best value in golf. Get 7 prepaid rounds, 7 50% off guest passes, and unlimited discounted green fees at every public Okie golf course. Play favorites like the Golf Club at Newcastle, Washington National, and Harbor Point. This is the only time you'll see a deal like this. So whether you're gifting it or grabbing it for yourself, don't miss your chance. Visit okiegolf.com and save $50 before December 31st.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-289-5955. 800-289-5955. 800-289-5955.
Get ready, because Murphy Auction is closing out the year with a massive Marysville equipment auction with the complete dispersal of AA rentals, 7 mini excavators, 17 skid steers, tractors, backhoes, telescopic forklifts, and over 100 gas-powered landscaping tools. Need something heavier? A John Deere 85G excavator, a Hitachi ZX290LC, a Cat CS563E roller, and 10 high-reach boom lifts, plus 3 big-time dump trucks hit the block, a 2018 Kenworth T880 Super Solo, a 2019 Peterbilt quad axle, and a 2005 Kenworth T800 quad axle, plus a fleet of 6 2017 to 2019 Peterbilt 567 tractors. The biggest auction of the year of heavy equipment, trucks, and more is underway now and closes at 10 a.m. Thursday, December 11th. Visit murphyauction.com for details. That's murphyauction.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Taking a look around the NFL Well, we are going to start with Thursday night football. The Lions won, but didn't escape Thursday night completely unscathed. Star safety Brian Branch is feared to have suffered an Achilles injury. That's not too surprising considering he had to be carted off, but certainly disappointing for a Detroit secondary that's already been without Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph. The defense was great last night, though. They were banged up in this one for sure. We were wondering, this is offense, but if Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to play, they were the more banged up of the two teams. And that defense ended up getting, I think, 5 total sacks.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, 5 sacks, a couple interceptions as well. It was a shootout, man. You know what? Dak's numbers might not be impressive, but the way that he played, man, he had some grit to him. He kept him in the fight.
Had some grit to him.
He did.
And some real grit. I was listening to the Ringer NFL show, and they were debating MVP. And it primarily was between Matthew Stafford and Drake May, unsurprisingly. And the argument that Benjamin Solak made for Drake May is that Matthew Stafford has a lot of pieces around him and that the Rams would still be good, like still be really competitive with like another quarterback there. Agree or disagree, whatever. That was the conversation they were having. But then they introduced into the conversation, well, what about Dak Prescott? It would be very weird, certainly not traditional, to have a quarterback win MVP when he's not like a 1 or 2 seed, not on, one of the really, really winning teams, maybe not even a playoff team, but is he making a case? In kind of a down year for quarterback play.
Man, when I say it, people call me crazy on the text lines. Said it weeks ago. Like, Dak needs to be in the conversation because I think people get caught up in the wins and the losses, which is fine, right? Sure. You put a lot of that on the quarterbacks, whether you win or lose. He's in the conversation, but he's new to the group, Like, you ever be in a conversation, maybe you go to dinner, and you kind of know the people at the table, 1 or 2, but the conversation is being dominated by...
I don't leave my house.
by 3 or 4 people.
Yes.
That's Dak. He's at the table in the conversation, but not saying much.
I'm realizing I am the person who's dominating the conversation unfairly.
Oh, you're definitely dominating the conversation.
I'm absolutely interrupting. That's my worst habit. Every single New Year's, I'm like, my New Year's resolution is I'm not going to interrupt anymore. And then I keep doing it. I just get so excited with my thoughts, and I have to share them.
You got to get them out.
I have to get them out. Let's go over some of the biggest matchups for Week 14, shall we, Bump? We'll get the schedule up in front of us. The battle for first place in the AFC South between the 8-4 Colts and the 8-4 Jags is happening in Jacksonville. The Colts are doing what you thought. They're not frauds. They're not fraudulent. They're struggling.
You know what? I must
really...
really...
8-4 and be fraudulent.
Frauds. We knew the glass slipper was going to fall off.
They were legitimately great offensively for many, many, many weeks.
Who they beat? Let me tell you who they beat. Okay. The Dolphins, wow. The Broncos, solid. Titans, lost to the Rams. Raiders, okay. Cardinals, Chargers, Titans, lost to the Steelers. Falcons.
I mean,
same thing with it's the same thing with the Patriots. Like, you got to play your schedule. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
But because of who they were beating, I didn't believe.
Daniel Jones was for a minute there leading in EPA per play. The Colts were for a long while scoring more points than anyone else in football. Jonathan Taylor has 1,200 yards, which is, I think, 150 more than the next closest running back. Was an offensive player of the year favorite until JSN decided to try to push for Calvin Johnson's record.
They will lose in the first round. They might not even make the playoffs.
That's ridiculous.
Who they got coming up next? Let me pull that schedule
Seattle.
back up. They got
on
the
December
Jags.
14th, we're trying to send you there with you and 4 friends. Go to the Seattle Sports app. Make sure you download the app. You can text app, APP, to 866-979-3776.
You don't get paid extra for that.
It's just, I can't turn it off.
They got the Jags, the Seahawks. The Jags are flipping it now. Jags are playing some decent football. The Jags, Seahawks, Niners, Jags, Texas, they'll make the playoffs.
Okay, let's go. Do you want to make a prediction before we go to the next game?
Of the score?
Yeah.
Jags.
Colts.
Jags.
You don't believe.
I don't.
Jonathan Taylor, for my fantasy team and the goodness of Indianapolis, is going to rush for 142.
Okay. In a loss.
The 6-6 Steelers and the 6-6 Ravens meet with first place on the line in the AFC North, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
You know what this is?
2 500 teams meet for first place on the line.
This is 2 45-year-olds playing pickleball. It's just really controlled, nothing too exciting. You know what I mean?
You gotta watch you got knee braces on, but you haven't been running anytime in the last 10 years. Why are you wearing a knee brace?
You're not actually gonna really try hard, but you're gonna make it a good game. This is what this reminds me of.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, this used to be the most dominant conference in football for a couple of years, and injuries and age has done that to them. But I'm gonna take the Ravens with this one.
I think that I will as well. The Steelers are just kind of a mess right now. We didn't have time to get to some more drama about Aaron Rodgers and the wide receivers in NFL headlines, but it's just a lot of criticism. You always know it's a problem. This is happening in Atlanta too, when it's not just criticism of talent or specific losses, but of coaching and scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, what do I know about the exact scheme or the exact issues that the Steelers are rolling out or struggling with? But when it's a conversation, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Next up, your Bears and your Packers at Lambeau Field in a matchup for first place in the NFC North. Lots of divisions on the line here.
This is game of the week for me.
Yeah.
This game of the week because we get to see if Chicago's real. You talked about Chicago and their turnovers and how a lot of it has to be luck, which I agree. You got to get lucky with some of this. And that luck and those turnovers are covering up the inaccuracy of Caleb Williams. I watched a breakdown. I believe Dan Orlovsky was breaking it down. And he pointed out, look, it just seems like him and his receivers just aren't on the same page. And we're saying all this negative about the team, and they're 9-3. This is going to be the true test for them, though.
The Texans and Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, both teams fighting for their playoff lives. I have been paying plenty of respect for the Chiefs for what they've done, and I think not giving enough respect to the Titans. I mean, we already knew the defense was great, but the Texans, excuse me. We already knew the defense was great, and they remain great, a number 1, 2, or 3 in a number of categories. I think that the offense was just not bad, but lackluster. It was just, there was nothing wildly impressive about it. It was average in almost everything. But they're not only very much alive, I think quite a few people are starting to inch them up in power rankings.
They're on a heater right now. They've won 4 straight. They win this, obviously that's 5. And you have the Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, and Colts. The Chiefs remind me of that year or a couple years when the Warriors just weren't relevant. When Steph Curry was still balling, but didn't really have the help when Klay Thompson got hurt. Like that, Pat Mahomes is Stephen Curry when he was still dropping 30 but losing ball games.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the year they don't make the playoffs.
The text line says, isn't Jacksonville number 1 against the run? First of all, yes. Secondly, this is none of my business. I need Jonathan Taylor to get 142. He's going to get 142, okay? Let's all pray together, please.
Let's pray together.
Let's pray together. Jonathan Gannon told reporters on Friday Kyler Murray will be on the shelf for the rest of the season. I know we're going to get to this a little bit with 4 Down territory. Will Kyler be the best quarterback on the move in the offseason?
Yeah, he will. He's this year's Sam Darnold without the 14 wins.
You were arguing with someone on the text line about college football, and they just said Huskies fans are the worst. Well, how did I get brought into this?
Well, they were backing up the Huskies, though. How'd they turn on them so much?
I don't know.
Or so quickly?
I have no idea. Last question related to NFL headlines, 206. What I need to know. Will Aaron Rodgers jeopardize his Hall of Fame status with the end of his career toxicity to teams? Absolutely not.
No, he's good.
He's
been good for 18 out of 20 years he's been in the league.
Truly, in his final press conference, he can say, I hate this league, shove a child when he's walking off the stage, and be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's in there.
It's not even
borderline.
Close.
It's not Russell.
Borderline.
It's not Eli.
It's undeniable.
Yeah.
Like I said, he could do more. In fact, he should do more damage. You know, when it's like it's on a cheat day and you're not hungry, but you're like, well, shoot, I'm eating healthy tomorrow, so I might as well order this cake. That's what he should do.
At no point did we wonder if he was still good or not. I mean, this is the first time. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like for 18 years, we're like, he's one of the best ever did.
I think he should be worse. I think you should try being worse on his way out. Seattle Sports is proud to team up with Cairo News Radio to celebrate 37 years of holiday magic. Join us on December 10th as Cairo News Radio shares stories of hope as they highlight the amazing work Treehouse does for youth in foster care across Washington. Learn how you can help make the season brighter at mynorthwest.com/holidaymagic or text MAGIC to 866-979-3776. Coming up at 1, our best of the week.
The Seahawks surge to the playoffs continues with a trip down south.
Fires down the middle, intercepted!
Against the Falcons in Atlanta.
They do a good job. They do a really good job.
They are a really good blitzing team.
Aiming for their 10th win of the season and looking to stay atop a three-way tie in the NFL's toughest division. Every game is a must-win.
And this one goes to the house!
Kickoff Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pregame at 7.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
The holidays are here and we all want to celebrate in style, but sometimes stubborn fat and loose skin keeps us from looking and feeling our best. Stacy Ross here. Imagine a simple one-day solution. Introducing ProSculpt, the treatment everyone is talking about. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe, gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while you're fully awake. ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas, your waistline, face, neck, arms, and thighs. Avoid wasting time and money on gimmicky lasers or fat-freezing methods. ProSculpt is one and done. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat, tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. Celebrate the holidays and get yourself a gift with a free consultation and get $250 off. Schedule at ProSculpt.com for powerful, permanent fat removal and skin tightening. It's ProSculpt.com.
Well, it's pretty hard to believe the holidays are here, and now is a great time for fitness gifts for your friends and family, or maybe even for yourself. Hey, Brock Ewart here, and from weight sets and accessories to the complete home gym, my friends at Top Fitness is the place to shop, and doing it right now. Top Fitness got certified pre-owned, pre-core commercial treadmills that are the same models used in hotels and clubs that typically sell for over $13,000 and available for you. You ready for this? For $3,300. They look like new and they come with a full warranty. So don't settle for that lightweight, cheaper treadmill when you can get a deal this good. As always, you get free delivery and assembly on those Precor treadmills, ellipticals, and exercise bikes. It's no secret why everyone, from personal trainers to pro athletes, love Top Fitness. You can visit them in Tukwila, Linwood, or Bellevue, or go to topfitness.com for all the fitness enthusiasts on your holiday lists. Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Geoff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-466-3300. That's 206-466-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contests are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on seattlesports.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
This is the home of the Seahawks. Going to let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN Seattle Sports.
I go to Starbucks every day. They introduced the app a number of years ago. I was a very early adopter to mobile ordering with their app. I don't need the cashier experience. I don't need standing in line. I can bypass all of that. That's an efficiency for me. Customers want the same thing. We video inspect all of our cars when they come in for a service appointment. So when we're doing a maintenance visit here, we do a video inspection of your vehicle. The technician shows you what your tires are at, what your brakes are at, what your filters are at. That's what we're sending to people. They open it, they look at it. We generally give them 3 choices. Hey, you can do the minimum, do something in the middle, or do it all. They're in a meeting, but we've met them where they want to be met for quick and efficiency. And that's meeting a lot of new tech customers, but also just transparency because they can see that video inspection.
The LJ Way is the Lee Johnson Auto family.
The Pacific Northwest is the perfect backdrop for the holiday season. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law reminds us that the roadways don't always agree.
It's that combination of additional travel, changes in routine, and winter weather that make this the most dangerous time of the year to be behind the wheel.
Any safety tips to help commuters keep the holidays joyful?
The number one cause of accidents remains distracted driving, even during the holidays. So store that cell phone in a place that eliminates temptation. It's imperative we set the example for our teens. Also, be aware of abrupt changes in the weather and prepare for it. Sometimes it's as simple as allowing additional distance for following or stopping. Lastly, make sure your vehicle is properly maintained for winter.
That includes four-wheel drive and chains when required at the pass. Please follow these safety precautions from my good friends at Pendergast Law and keep you and your neighbors safe this holiday season.
Happy holidays from all of us at Pendergast Law.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, earlier in the show, we had Gregg Rosenthal on with us. Great conversation with Gregg. If you want to listen to the full conversation, it's going to be on hour 2 of the Bumpin' Stacy podcast. We are just going to play a portion of it that was sticking with us. This is not related to our next segment. We are playing some of our favorite moments from this week. It is not a highlight. It's just going over kind of everything we learned. So that's coming up at 1. We've got some Mariner stuff in there, too. Right now, I wanted to go over this one moment from our conversation with Gregg. Take a listen.
Well, I just think it's depth that they have 6, 7 guys who can do it, get 3, 4 sacks or pressures in a given game. It's always interesting looking at their pressure numbers after the game. And it literally is 5, 6, 7 guys. And you don't know if it's going to be a Derek Hall game or a Byron Murphy game or a DeMarcus Lawrence game or Nuoso. And it's just, it's very tough to know where to put your double teams. And then I also think it's the coverage in the back end helping the pressure out. So usually you think about it the other way, but because the coverage is good, that often has the quarterback need to hold the ball a little longer. That gives the pressure time to get home. And it's why all season, like on paper overall, like pretty early on, I was thinking, I think the Seahawks are the best team in the NFL, and nothing has really gotten me to get off that point.
That was, I wouldn't say it's definitive. He's not saying the Seahawks are definitely, absolutely the best team in the NFL, period. But that was the closest I've heard any national guests on with us, Bump, say, I think the Seahawks might be it. I think they might be it. Everyone pays plenty of respect to the Seahawks, but usually has like maybe the Rams or Packers, maybe a separate team or two ahead of them, and just says like, I'm just kind of waiting to see with some of the Seahawks pieces. I thought that Gregg joining us was as close to definitively saying the Seahawks are the best as you could get for at least the national voices we've spoken to. I thought that was impressive.
I think that before last week, 80% people said the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 weeks before that, 50% said the Eagles. What's weird about the Seahawks is that they haven't really met the occasion when it's time to play like an important big game. But you see the pieces that they have over here. And I think it's mainly because of this defense, obviously, and the potential that Sam Darnold has when he is on point. I think the NFC is it. I mean, for years it's been about the AFC with the quarterbacks they have over there. But it's a tight race in the NFC. And I'm comfortable saying right now that the Hawks are probably the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I think that Curtis and I talked with, who joined us earlier this week? I'm totally blanking. Nate Tice. And we'll get to some stuff from Nate coming up actually in our next segment. But one of the things that Nate said about the Seahawks is I think that people have a bias that favors what they've seen versus what they haven't, even if numbers are telling you a team's really good. So numbers are telling you that the Seahawks offense is one of the most explosive in football, and that Sam Darnold has been one of the most explosive passers in football, and that the Seahawks offense is a top scoring unit.
Mm-hmm.
But because you've seen Sam Darnold in one playoff game and it was bad, that's probably shaping a lot of people's perception about how good they are, even though if you look at numbers, and I'm saying this knowing that they turn the ball over and that Sam Darnold hasn't been electric for a couple weeks, but if you look at just numbers, the Seahawks offense is one of the best in the league, but that people tend to just go with, I don't want to say bias, but just kind of what you know. Like he was like, I guarantee you, if you go up to people and you say, who do you believe in the postseason, Matthew Stafford or Sam Darnold? Well, they've seen Matthew Stafford, so it's just an easier bet.
Exactly. People are going to believe in Matthew Stafford, some people Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, maybe Brock Purdy, more than Sam Darnold because you've only had 1 year of service where he looks like he could be an elite quarterback, which is fine, and that's logical. That's logical, and a lot of people don't crunch the numbers. Me, I'm like I'll crunch the numbers a bit, but I rely more on what I see with my eyes than the numbers. I think the numbers give me an idea what to look for when I start watching teams, but then I just want to watch and see how these teams perform. And over the years, you've seen Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, even Baker Mayfield play better football than Sam Darnold. But what you haven't seen with this team is a defense like this. And I think that is the thing that elevates a quarterback of Sam Darnold's status. We saw that with Jalen Hurts last year.
Do you think people just have less faith in a team? I say this, and I know it's ironic because the last version of the Seahawks to get to and win a Super Bowl did it on the backs of their defense. But do you think that people just tend to believe more when it's an offense leading the charge? When you can see, oh, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs versus like, oh, no, the Chiefs defense was actually like top 3 in sacks.
No, offense is sexy.
Yeah.
You know, offense
Except
is,
for offensive linemen. I'm just kidding.
Offense is
I'm saying that because they always
offense is a nice suit, but when you have the shoe game and the belt and the handkerchief and the tie, that makes a suit pop. That's a defense. Offense is what the average person sees when you look at a nice tailored suit.
I'm just saying, like, we tend to collectively go defense wins championships, and then that's not really how people see teams. Like, it's not how they bet. It's not, it's not what they tend to talk about believing in. I mean, shoot, you've got a league with quite a bit of parity this year, and people are talking about it sometimes like it's like a down year, and it's like, no, there's like some exceptional football happening and really competitive football happening. It's just that Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson don't look like traditional MVPs.
No, it looks different. People believe in what they're used to and what they're seeing, and I understand that because that's what's been more consistent, right? The team that has the superstar quarterback that can win you a ball game by himself, put the team on my back.
Yeah.
We've seen teams win that way. We've seen Tom Brady. We've seen Pat Mahomes. We've seen Peyton Manning. Like, all the greats or quarterbacks or great teams have the quarterbacks that can just lead the team to victory.
I just thought it was notable. Interesting from our interview with Gregg, who is in charge of, for NFL Network, covering the entirety of the league and has no allegiance in any way to Seattle. Actually grew up a Patriots fan. And I just think it was interesting to hear him say, like, no, I think it might be the Seahawks is the best. And
scary.
Because it puts more pressure.
Uh-huh.
Now, what? Now you're the best. So now what?
I like being low key. They're not low key.
They're
anymore.
Definitely not under the radar. They're the second most bet on team to win a Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
I know. It's the Rams and Seahawks. Well, that's not the only thing sticking with us this week. The rest of our interviews coming up next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth. Every Monday at 4 during the NFL season with Wyman and Bob.
I understand the Vikings aren't great, but still.
Their right guard, Fries, he got beat so fast by Big Cat.
Yeah.
And the only thing faster than that sack was Will Fries sticking his hand out to help the quarterback up. I would cut him right there on the spot. I mean, he just turned around and stuck his hand out there like, hey, Parker, how you doing? Let me help you up. And I was just like, dude, get out.
On YouTube and the Seattle Sports app.
I know a lot of you guys are listening from your phones right now, so it's the perfect time to give a shout out to my friends over at AT&T. The other guys will make claims saying this and that about how great their network is, and I'm just here to set the record straight that AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. I don't know about you guys, but it just gives me so much peace of mind when I'm going to do the things I love, and I know my wireless network's got me. Like if I'm going to a concert or a basketball game or even something outdoorsy, knowing I'm going to have fast service and can share what I'm up to is a game changer. You want to know you can post what you want to post, call who you want to call. And with AT&T, it literally doesn't matter where you're going. I promise you, they're already there. Don't just take it from me. Actual tests prove AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. When you compare, there is no comparison. Based on Root Metrics' United States Root Score report, 1H 2025 tested with best commercially available smartphones on 3 national mobile networks across all available network types. Your experiences may vary. Root Metrics rankings are not an endorsement of AT&T.
The insurance world, it can be confusing. So have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Heward family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by master innovator Steve Saleen, this world-class exhibition takes you on a wild ride through the evolution of American speed, from classic muscle to the rarest supercars. Plan for an unforgettable day of horsepower, history, racing simulators, and food. It's fast, it's fun, and a great gift for Dad, doing something you'll never forget. Visit americascarmuseum.org today.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
More fiber and laxatives, eh?
Who are you?
I'm future you.
Future me?
Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. And Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
An interesting case to watch in college football. Georgia's athletic department is headed to court to try to obtain almost $400,000 in damages from a former defensive end, Damon Wilson, who transferred from the school after his sophomore season. Keep an eye on that one. Let's talk about the games actually being played this weekend. You got some big ones on Saturday. Number 3, Georgia against number 9, Alabama in the SEC Championship. And that's at 1 p.m. At 5 p.m., number 1, Ohio State hosts number 2, Indiana in a clash for the Big Ten crown.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. I'm going to start with a cut from our college football conversation. This was Joel Klatt on with Brock and Salk. We're going to go over some of the points made by guests this week with all of our shows that are just kind of sticking with us, that led some of the more fun, the spicier conversations we've had. I have some Mariner stuff to get to, Seahawks, and then college football. I'm starting with college football. Before I get to this Joel Klatt cut about how to fix college football, I hadn't heard about that Georgia story. The one I read in the snapshot, yeah. Georgia seeking $390,000 from former standout pass rusher Damon Wilson after he transferred.
That's why you need contracts. Because
that's crazy.
You're giving this money, and there's no guarantee that these kids are going to stay. Contracts, you need them.
I saw it, and I thought it was a fake story.
Yeah?
Initially.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's very real. It's actually happening. Well, let's start with college football. Joel Klatt on with Brock and Salk was asked, how do you fix college football?
College football has never been more popular. It's never been better. And structurally, we need to fix some things. The biggest thing that we need to fix is that there's nobody looking after the entirety of college football. We just have silos of people looking out for their territory. And once we can get someone in leadership at an entity like the CFP that knows what they're doing, then we can fix some things. The biggest singular thing that we need to fix is that the players need to be unionized, and there needs to be a CBA. Then we can limit movement, we can change the calendar, and we can force everybody into a position like the NFL where we know when movement is going to happen, we know what contracts are what, and we can enforce tampering. Once that happens, I think that we'll be in a better place.
I'm going to back up one step and ask you eventually the same question as Joel. What's the problem with college football? Because I agree with Joel. The product's great. The product itself. What's the problem? And then how do you fix it?
Well, there's a lot wrong with college football.
What's wrong?
But the main thing he touched on at the end is tampering. Like, these guys are actually getting contacted by alumni, by collectives during the season, saying, hey, won't you come over here? There's a middleman. There's just people with influence. So that's what's wrong. That's part what's wrong is the tampering. The fact that guys are getting called up. Also, what's wrong with it is that there's no real deadlines for the things. Like, there's a trade deadline in any other sport, right? Mm-hmm. Coaches and players are able to kind of invest in their futures while being in a committed relationship, right? You're dating this girl, yet you're still on Tinder trying to see what else is out there. And you're going out on these dates. That's what happened with Lane Kiffin. But the reason why they're able to do it is because there are no rules stopping it. There needs to be dates, schedules. Look, you cannot talk to players. If you do, there's a fine that goes to your university, even if it is through a third party. You cannot talk to coaches until the college football playoff is over. And what that will do is that'll stop these coaches, these universities from firing these coaches mid-season. It happens all throughout other sports, coaches being fired mid-season, but at least it'll keep some structure to it. Because there is no tampering, because there is no deadlines or a window where everybody's doing the same thing, everyone's just shooting shots from everywhere. Like, they're not only on Tinder, they're on Bumble, they're in
the street,
Black Planet, they're on every app out there trying to see what's going on.
They're sending carrier pigeons with notes.
Carrier pigeons?
They're leaving their numbers at bars. I have a quick follow-up. This is dumb, but how do you think we got to a place where there is so little oversight? Is it like, hey, that was the nature of college sports? Because I tend to look at it as like, did the NCAA pull itself back from regulating some of this? Not in like retaliation to anything, but some of the damage feels self-inflicted.
Coaches have always been able to move whenever they want to. That's nothing new when it comes to college football.
Unfortunately, I have many memories.
What is new is the transfer portal and universities being able to pay players and entice them to leave. So because you tried to do the right thing, long overdue, when it comes to paying these kids and allowing them to hop from school to school because coaches do it all the time. You're trying to do the right thing, but you did it with no type of regulation. So now it's getting crazy out there, and it doesn't feel like the NCAA is in a rush to kind of change anything. They're never in a rush to do anything, NCAA.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Let's go to our next one here. Sticking with us, a conversation with Jim Bowden. We were asked about what he'd like to see the Mariners do in the offseason.
I always like to be greedy, like when you're in this position and you're that close to the World Series. Like if I'm Jerry, I'm going after Alex Bregman or Bo Bichette. If my owner will write the check, that's absolutely what I'm doing because I want to get greedy here. But, Suarez was good. I like the power, but I want a better defender at third. And I think either Bregman or Bichette will be a difference maker for the Mariners. So if I was there and the owner said, yes, go, that's what I would do.
Now, here I am, someone always playing with house money here, going, absolutely, yes, please. Please be greedy. I don't know that they will. But what I liked about our conversation with Jim Bowden was him not only talking about the options, but then adding, the Mariners are in a slightly different situation. They're in a place that they've never really been before. So maybe some things do change. Does it mean that they spend a lot of money? No. Does it mean they're a little more aggressive with trades? Possibly. So I'm open to it.
The Mariners have created a fun situation, at least for the fans, and then an interesting one for the people who are responsible for signing checks. Like, it was fun this year seeing them, get almost to the World Series and whatnot. But now you got to stay here. Now you got to be in a place where you're competitive. And if you do not do things or allow Jerry to spend a bit more money to keep you competitive, man, you're going to lose so many fans. And it's going to happen so quickly. And now, instead of people pointing at Jerry, which a lot of people understood the situation, like Jerry can only spend X amount of dollars. You might not have agreed with some of the moves that he's made, but for the most part, people understood that, all right, his hands are tied a bit. The pressure's going to go even more when it comes to towards management. Or ownership, sorry.
I think this sounds really dumb, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful. I would imagine that for a lot of people within the Mariners, ownership, front office, and players, a lot of what happened this year at the end was all new experiences. This organization had never been to a Game 7 before. They hadn't been to, this current group had not been to the ALCS. So, there was a lot of newness. And I think you saw a feeling of grief that we hadn't seen before reflected with, Justin Hollander that was crying in conversations with reporters and a teary-eyed Jerry DiPoto because with going to that Game 7 for the first time and with getting that close for the first time was like, oh, so this is what it feels like to go this far and lose. I wonder if sometimes teams realize how easy it is to mess up the following year only by experiencing it. So what I'm saying is I hope the Mariners don't. I hope they don't have to learn another important lesson here that's really painful.
At least not now. Because every team goes through the ups and downs, right? So you want to stay on the up. You don't want to have this amazing year and then jack it all up and be back towards the bottom. You want to, even if it's a step back, it's not a huge step back. It's half a step and everyone's gotten better, but you're still competitive and competing to get into the playoffs.
Sometimes you can't control things, right? Sometimes
injuries
you
and
do.
Stuff?
Yeah, exactly. You do everything you can to get back there, and then you get some freak injuries. What are you going to do? Yell at a GM that made otherwise some really good moves? But for the things you can control, which for right now is certainly adding a little more offense to your infield, that's something that absolutely must happen.
Yeah.
So let's go to the rest are going to be Seahawks. We talked about with Rob Staten, the number of wins that it'll take to take the NFC West.
I think it's possibly going to be, it may need 13 wins. The Rams and the Niners have both got quite a few winnable games. Obviously, they get to play the Seahawks twice as well. I do think the rest of Seattle's schedule is enticing with the opportunity. And I like the fact they've got to play the Rams and the Niners again because I don't want to go into the postseason without having beaten either of these two teams. And if they lose both of those games or lose to the Rams, then at least you can measure your expectations perhaps for the playoffs. I do think you probably... my sort of prediction before the season began was that I thought 11 wins would win you the NFC West, and I don't think that's going to be enough. I think maybe 12 might not be enough. It might need 13. It is such a tough division.
Do you think it'll take 13 wins to take the NFC West, at least?
Man, it's like the third time that we're talking about something that me, Moyer, and NASA were talking about last night at dinner.
It's like I'm a fly on the wall listening.
I know. What are you doing? Did I call you on accident?
It's just
You're
me
listening?
wanting to be included.
No, it is going
Me
to take
sitting
13.
in the booth next to you guys. Good joke, Bump. You think it'll take 13?
It's definitely going to take 13. I mean, you got Seattle with 9 right now. Niners have 9. Rams have 9. It's do the Niners play the Rams again? No, they don't.
So
that's all wrapped up.
Yeah, the Rams have 2. So the Rams have the fewest number of opponents over 500. The Seahawks are obviously one of them. The Lions are the other. Then the other opponents are 2 against the Cardinals and 1 against the Falcons. Womp womp. The 49ers have a bye week, so they only have 4 more games. And theirs is the, quote, like, second toughest, and that they have 3 opponents, and the Seahawks have the toughest remaining of the 3.
Yeah, Niners got a cool little schedule, too. Titans, Colts. I'm telling you, I don't believe in the Titans.
You really don't. I included the Colts as technically a team above 500.
Well, they are. I just don't believe.
You're hating. Don't turn this into karma, Bump.
Hey,
don't do it.
I've watched them.
Don't tempt the football gods.
I'm tempting them. I'm tempting them 100%.
You got to wait until after the Seahawks beat them and then go, they're trash. I always knew they were
I believe
trash.
the Seahawks are going to beat them. I can't say I'm not worried about it, but I do believe that they're the better team. No, it's going to take 13 wins for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. Nate Tice, though, says the Seahawks do have components he looks for in a Super Bowl contender.
It's funny that you mentioned the kind of like teams that make the Super Bowl or teams that maybe make a run, is that I think the Seahawks have a lot of the components that I look for. Not just, I think their defense is obviously a Super Bowl type winning defense because of what they can do against a run, pass rush, scheme, because Mike McDonald's one of the best play callers in the NFL, offense or defense. But just offensively, they have the explosive passing game that I look at, that I consider a component that you need to be a real contender. They're above the number that I look at is 14%. They're at 17.5%, which is second in the NFL. Very, very good. But I think that the run game kind of coming into its own has made them even more valid than I thought maybe a month ago.
Nate Tice is with you on the run game.
Yeah, it's not as bad as we think. It's not as bad, but it's also okay to want nicer things. All right?
Yeah, sure.
You want nicer things. You want a better run game. I get that. But if they were to continue the way that they are right now, I think the run game is good enough to keep teams honest, respect the run, and to keep the pass game effective.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's one of those things of like, I'd love to see more, but I don't see it as hurting your team in the way that like turning the ball over is hurting your team.
Yeah.
That's something you certainly want to cut back on. Let's focus on the defense here. This next cut from Leonard Williams asked where this defense ranks compared to others he's played in.
I mean, it's the best defense I've played on. And it's, I played on some talented defenses, I would say. Played against, alongside some great D linemen and things like that as well. I think what makes this team and defense so special and unique is just our connection. And I think that's the driving force of everything.
I think that one was DeMarcus Lawrence. He talks about how this is the best defense he's ever played on, which when you're hearing it from players is certainly high praise. And I know part of it has to be, I've got to speak really highly about my team. But I don't know, you and I have interviewed a ton of defensive. We've interviewed most of the defense right now through 14 weeks of the huddle. These guys truly seem to not only really believe in Mike McDonald, have a lot of respect for Mike McDonald and his system and his scheme, but just really believe in each other. They get along with each other. They hang out with each other.
Building a unit that's elite, there's a lot of things that need to happen. Personnel has to be on point. Scheme has to match the personnel. Coaches have to be great teachers. And the personalities all have to line up. You're not going to be best friends with everybody, but if you work with someone that you respect, that goes a long way. And when we talk to these defensive players, talked to Peely last night, you feel that. You feel all the above, man. It's that they believe in the scheme. They can do what they're asked to do, where I play their role in that scheme. They like each other, and they understand the scheme to a level where Mike McDonald has shown that he's a good teacher.
I think it's also telling that Leonard Williams has played with good defenses with the Giants. For DeMarcus Lawrence to say it, having played in top 5 defenses with Dallas in back-to-back years, is and it's not that Leonard Williams, like, it means more from one player, but I do think they come from different backgrounds. Both have backgrounds being on defenses that have had, like, great pass rushes, but I think it's it is very telling to hear. I didn't play the exact cut, but to hear from DeMarcus Lawrence being with Dallas. They were like top 5 scoring defense, I think, in back-to-back seasons, if not higher, like a 2-3. So, yeah, that's high praise, certainly. Let's get to 4 down territory.
This is 4 down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down bump, what does the future hold for Kyler Murray?
He gone.
Oh, okay.
It's a wrap.
Second down.
Kyler Murray is going to be at home now playing all the video games he wants to play. And he's going to be looking at teams like the New York Jets. He's going to be looking at teams like the New Orleans Saints. At one point, I was thinking Carolina Panthers, but they've turned things around, and Bryce is playing some good football. Another team out there that I think he was looking at. You know what? He might even be looking at the Raiders, honestly. That Geno experiment's not going great over there.
Yeah, but they have guaranteed money to Geno.
Hey, they got guaranteed. They got ways around that. The Giants? Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Yeah, assuming he stays out of concussion protocol.
Right. Pittsburgh? Aaron Rodgers? 1 year deal though. He signed a 1 year deal.
He's gone. He's done.
Yeah, he's out of there, right? So no, he's gonna be the Sam Darnold of this offseason. Sam Darnold being like the most sought after quarterback. Timing's everything. Yeah, Kyler Murray is out of there, man. It's unfortunate. He has a bunch of talent, but just haven't been able to do it.
Why didn't it work out with Kyler Murray? And I ask because I don't know exactly what didn't work out for Geno and Sam with the Jets or Baker with the Browns, but we all know that the Jets and Browns are organizations that have often struck out with quarterbacks. Arizona has had some good teams. Obviously, not perfect. Like, you could certainly find problems in Arizona. They've gone through coaching changes, OC changes. It's not just Kyler Murray, but what's the Kyler part of this?
Leadership. He's not a good leader. And playing quarterback, throwing the football, a lot of it is just being on time. And he is hardly on time. It's so unfortunate, man, because I fought for the under 6-footers to play quarterback. I fought for Russell Wilson. I fought for Kyler Murray because I felt like they were being unfairly judged. But the more film you watch, the more tape I watch, it's clear. Like, you can't see over that line. That's why he's not on time. The middle of the field just doesn't exist to him.
I want to get back very quickly to – actually, I'm going to save this. We'll get back to it at the end of this. Second down. Who will be responsible for the containment of Bijan?
Bijan. That's how you say it, too. Bijan. People say Bijan.
Bijan sounds like Dijon.
Yeah.
What if that is how you say it?
No, it's Bijan.
Bijan.
I heard him say it.
Yeah.
It's going to be the second level. It's a group effort, all right? It's Brady on the controls, you leading the way, and me analyzing stuff, right? It takes all of us to make this show go. But it's going to come down to Ernest Jones, man. He has to be the enforcer. And I'll throw Drake Thomas in there as well, because everything has to funnel towards them. You got to contain them on the outside with your edge rushers. Defensive linemen have a gap of integrity and funnel everything towards the middle of the field. Because once he gets outside, he becomes even more dangerous. If he does get outside, obviously you need your corners and your safeties to contribute as well. But it's got to be 13. Can 13 have a big game in a different way? Last week, 2 interceptions. 1 for a touchdown, 85 yards. This week it's more about tackles. He's got to have like 10, 12, 13, 14 tackles. Him and Drake. Between the two, they should have 20.
Would you say that if Bijan Robinson gets outside and starts running down the field, Barrel's gone?
He gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. Third down. What did you learn from Cooper Kupp yesterday?
It was funny listening, not funny, but interesting listening to him talk, because everyone's trying to figure out what exactly happened with the offense. I told Moyer yesterday I don't want Myers to ever win Special Teams Player of the Month again, because that means he's kicking way too many field goals and we're not finishing drives.
You're trying to spin your anti-kicker sentiment.
I'm not spinning anything.
Y'all, I heard Bump say during the break, kickers aren't people.
For real, you can have these people really coming after me now.
Humanized him now?
That's crazy.
That's wild. I would never say that. Myers is probably a great person.
He said kickers aren't people.
But
we shouldn't even let them on the
all
field.
I'm saying is that I don't need Myers to be Special Teams Player of the Month because he went 15 for 15. I want to finish drives. I want to score touchdowns. But listening to Cooper Kupp, he believed in the game plan. And it felt genuine. It's not like he's just sitting there just being a company man and having the team's back and saying what he thinks the coaches want him to say. I believed it. So with him saying that, and he also said, there were just a bunch of tip passes at the line of scrimmage. Now I want to see what adjustments they make. You're not going up against the same defense. There's no Brian Flores calling these plays. You do have some talent with this Atlanta Falcons defense. There's some guys out there. They got I think he said the stat the other day, 15 guys with at least 1 sack, I think, on that team. It's they get active. So if they believe in that game plan, what is this game plan going to look like? And how is this offensive line going to perform? But, Coop said they just didn't execute on the opportunities they had.
4th down. Earlier in the show, we talked with Geoff Schwartz. Anything stand out from that conversation besides you guys getting in a fight?
Geoff, man. Come on, Geoff.
Stop
My man was
yelling at our guests.
I said, don't act like y'all don't have the deepest pockets in college football.
This is what happens
He was
when we brought a duck on.
Why did we lose a 5-star wide receiver to Ohio State? They didn't pay him enough? I go, that's Whiteout University.
To Ohio State, Geoff.
If you're a top wideout in the country, you want to go to Ohio State, you want to go to LSU, you want to go to Bama. I learned that the Ducks don't live in their reality sometimes. And Geoff knows a bunch of football. I'm not talking about Geoff and all this stuff. Live in your reality, though. Y'all got pockets. You're not gonna just because you have the deepest pockets doesn't mean that you're gonna get the baddest chick at the bar sometimes. You got to go with that 8. The 8 is fine. Okay.
The 8 is great. 8 is well above average.
That's all-star numbers right there.
Sorry.
Exactly. You got a bunch of 8s in your team. You're good.
Everyone should be so lucky to pull an 8.
Exactly.
I'll take a 5.
Great.
Hey, Bones.
No, Brady, that's fine. A 5 is average. 5 is half of 10.
5 is not average.
A 5 is average.
7 is average.
I think that a 5.
But there's nothing wrong with a 5.
There's nothing wrong with a 5. A 5 with a great personality, that's a 7.
Yeah.
An 8 with a horrible personality,
still an 8.
That's a 7.95.
I don't even know what I was saying now.
I am sorry.
Oregon Ducks, come on. Y'all got deep pockets. It's okay. I live in my reality, Washington State. I will never see them win a national championship as long as I live. I might not even see them sniff the college football playoff. It's 16 teams? Maybe. If the Pac-12 comes back, we're tough? Maybe. If it's considered a Power 5? Maybe. Okay? But I know my reality. Ducks, stop acting like y'all don't have deep pockets and don't have a national championship. At least get a fake one like you do.
425. I was going to say, someone's got to love them lower numbers. 5 deserve.
The lower numbers be cool, though.
I'm just saying, out there are 3s that are the coolest people you'll meet in your entire life.
For real.
Genuinely, I think that, I'm going to say something that sounds horrible.
And we're talking about just looks, though. Personality.
I'm going to say something. I think all people would be genuinely better people if all of us grew up as 3s.
Yeah.
If all of us, I was incredibly ugly. And I'm a better person because of that.
You were not ugly.
Yes, I was. Have you ever seen a picture of me as a child? I looked like Weird Al Yankovic.
You weren't ugly. I think most kids look weird. Most kids look weird until you get into high school. You start to figure out your swag and stuff.
I'm just saying, I think men, women, it doesn't matter. Everyone. You become a better person when you start out in the lows.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up.
I started in the lows.
And it's okay if you never work your way up.
Yeah.
The meek shall inherit the earth is I think it's about the 3s.
Hey, the 3s low-key run the world anyway. The 10s are entertainers and fun to look at, but you look at people who are making decisions for humanity, ain't a bunch of 10s walking around doing that.
We should all try to be 3. That should be what we strive for. What am I doing? I don't know.
Probably some IG report or something like that.
No, that was earlier. You never listened to me. You never listened to me. What's on tonight?
What's on tonight with Bump and Stacy, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot. Now, here's what's on tonight.
Brady loves this sound so much. She rocks out loud. An NBA doubleheader tonight on Amazon Prime. Bumps Lakers going against the Celtics at 4 p.m. Mavs OKC get going at 6:30 p.m.
You really put the Lakers into this?
What do you mean?
There must not be anything on tonight if you willingly put the Lakers in.
No, that's correct.
What's on tonight?
Well, no one cares, but if you missed the premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you can check that out
That's
today.
more like it. I'm like,
but no
Lakers.
one ever wants to listen to my suggestions. I told everyone to watch Pluribus. It's fantastic. There are 6 episodes out right now. In fact, go watch that. Go watch that instead of OKC.
Let me use your login info.
Great, fantastic.
Okay.
I'll get you set up. All 6 episodes. It will be so easy to binge watch. I need to get to break. Brady, break time. Break time.
First shutout win for the Seahawks.
Wyman and Bob.
Since September 27th of 2015.
Remember that well.
Do you? No, I don't either. Had to look it up.
Every afternoon at 2.
It was kind of a weird game. I mean, it was just kind of a grind towards the end, but I mean, you hold any NFL team to a shutout, I don't care how bad they are. It's something to be proud of.
Only on Seattle Sports on 710, the Seattle Sports app, and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Cliff Averill here, giving a big shout out to the biggest and the best in the Northwest. That's right, I'm talking about Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Time and time again, they've been voted the best resort and best casino with the best chicken wings. There's nothing like being the very best, so come check out everything this place has to offer. Hey, when they say the biggest and the best, they mean it. Everything's on the table at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Find out more at muckleshootcasino.com and please game responsibly.
When you're at home and next to your windows, do you notice cold air or a draft when the wind blows? How about moisture or leaking during a rainstorm? Dave Wyman here, and after 20 years in our home, our window seals started breaking. A failed window can do major damage to your home, and the older the window, the more likely it is to fail. That's why right now is an excellent time to have Harley Exteriors come by for a no-charge consultation. That's exactly what I had done over the summer, and not only were they extremely knowledgeable about all things windows, I found them to be polite, professional, and respectful. In other words, people you want to do business with. Harley Exteriors has a special offer for Seattle sports fans. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free. No payments or interest until 2027. And take an additional $200 off your project. Call 833-HARLEY or go to harleyexteriors.com. Schedule your free consultation today. They'll give you an honest assessment and quote. Go to harleyexteriors.com.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Yay to Bruce, the streaming king.
With quantum fiber internet, he's gonna binge.
He wants more, he's got to have more.
More bedtime true crime.
More podcasts in the shower.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi has the power. More fast internet speed.
He's got the gigs to go big, bring him the game.
Right now.
And his royal we.
More sports non-stop, his quantum fiber's on top. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service, and speed in select locations only.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
The Bump and Stacy Show is powered in part each day by the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, well, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. And for the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony. And you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Holiday shopping got you stressed? The Mariners have you covered. Grab a season ticket membership for the super fan in your life, and they can lock in the best seats and benefits like guaranteed postseason access. Or mix and match with single game tickets for everyone on your list. From opening day on March 26th to must-see matchups against the Yankees, Phillies, and more. This holiday season, make Mariners.com your one-stop shopping destination.
Oh, he makes the catch. What a snag by Julio Rodriguez.
The best time of the year is here, Toyotathon. Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton are providing you with the largest savings and the widest selection of inventory on Toyota favorites like Tacomas and Tundras, the Gas RAV4, the Hybrid RAV4, and the Hybrid Camry. It's Toyotathon at TOK and TOR. That's ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com. Whether you're in the north or the south, they got you covered. Get a test drive, meet the wonderful staff, get a new car. It's Toyotathon, people. Come on.
O'Brien. This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
Falcons, 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 Falcons.
Brady, was that you?
Yeah.
Good job.
Max Brosmer in today, baby.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Max Brosmer.
I'm going to throw 4 picks, get sacked like 5 times, and never want to come back to the city
Kirk
again.
Kirk Cousins.
That's a compliment.
You like that?
He's got a lot of guaranteed money. Okay. Brady is filling in for Curtis today.
I'm
and
so sorry, Curtis.
That means that Brady,
He's still gonna win.
Whether you win or lose, it counts in Curtis's record. Curtis is 6-5-1. Bump is 5-6-1. Questions about the Falcons. Just so everyone knows, Brady is a wonderful, wonderful producer who does a great job. It's not his job to know a ton about these teams. So, yes, his questions are intentional. Do not text him answers. Do not text Brady the answers to his questions. Bump. This isn't my best quiz. Former Falcon Julio Jones is third all-time single-season receiving yard records. Who are the only 2 players to have finished with more receiving yards in a single season?
In the NFL?
In the end, yes.
Single season?
Yes.
Calvin Johnson?
5 times.
Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
In the world?
Now in the NFL? In the NFL,
We're
right?
talking CFL?
We're talking NFL? Brady.
Oh, boy.
No, it's okay. You're starting a little tougher, but then we're going to get easier. Does rookie edge rusher James Pierce have, this is a 50-50, more or less, fewer, who knows, sacks than fellow rookie first-round pick Abdul Carter? It's 50-50.
Less.
Okay, you got it wrong, but that's okay. Oh, I wrote down a C for Curtis. Well, Bump, a chance to go up 2-0 on Brady. You're doing great, Brady. I'm so proud of you. The Falcons rank 3rd in sacks. Which 2 teams have more?
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, I should know this. I look at the dang thing every day.
It doesn't have to be in order. You don't have to. The Broncos are one of them. They're number 1. You know the other answer, and if you don't get it and I tell you, you're going to be mad at yourself.
Am I?
You know the other answer. You actually mentioned.
And the Eagles.
No.
Niners.
You mentioned a star on this defense, Myles Garrett.
Dang it!
It's the Browns. Woo! Brady, you're alive, buddy. Here we
Barely.
go. Brady,
Uh-huh.
what team drafted Brett Favre?
Oh, man.
You got it, buddy. No one text Brady. No one say anything to Brady. Brady, don't you dare look at that text line.
I know it's... Oh, it was the Falcons.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You got it, Brady.
I'm like, hey, it's Falcons, Brady.
Well, I'm thinking that, but I'm thinking, okay, I know he wasn't drafted to the Packers, but I know he went to the Jets later.
We're moving on. Bump, you have multiple choice, and I need you to listen carefully. The Falcons last appeared in the Super Bowl in the 2016 season, where they famously or infamously lost to the Patriots. What was the score at halftime?
Oh, my gosh.
Was it 18-3,
Okay.
21-3, or 28-3?
28-3.
Don't you dare. No, that's wrong, Brady. Brady, no. It's a trick question. 28-3 is infamously what we all say, but that was actually the lead taken midway through the third quarter. The score at halftime, know your history, was 21-3.
Wow. Struggling.
Well, I'm just keeping it even here.
Struggling.
Brady, name one current Falcons wide receiver.
Kyle Pitts.
That doesn't count.
He's a tight end.
Drake London.
You know what, Brady?
You don't get
you don't get a
multiple.
second chance. Brady, shut up, Brady. Good try, Brady. I'm still proud of you. You're doing great.
Oh.
I feel like the mom from Mean Girls. You're doing great, sweetie. Bump. Former Falcons great Matt Ryan was MVP that season in 2016. He was also the 2008 Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is a very, what did you have for dinner yesterday conversation. Who was the Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year last year?
Oh, snap.
Right? It's one of those where you go, I know what I had for dinner. I for sure know what I had for dinner.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And Defensive Rookie of the Year.
And Defensive Rookie
Just last year.
of the Year. Dang, that's crazy.
Calendar year ago.
You know, that's like
Less than 12
when
months.
people ask me after I work on the weekend, hey, what game did you cover?
Right.
I'm like,
I don't know.
Clemson.
You have to do the answer, though.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Was it Malik Neighbors?
No.
Drake May.
You already got it wrong. It was definitely not Drake May. It was Jaden Daniels.
Oh, my God.
I know. You're so mad.
Whose defense?
Jared Verse. That was
a little tougher.
a little tougher, but
I'm struggling
I already
now.
knew when I wrote this question, I was like, he's going to be so mad because it's going to be one of those questions where you go, oh, my God, I know the answer. It's like when someone says, what's your social? And you go, I know the last four of my social. I can definitely tell you that. Give me just 1 minute. Brady, what teams has Kirk Cousins played for?
He's played for the Falcons. He's played for, now Commanders. He's played for the Vikings. You got to give me a number, so I'm going to keep naming teams.
You just have to decide if that's your final answer or not. I can't tell you anything
Vikings, now Commanders.
Commanders.
It wasn't. You liked that. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
And Falcons. 3.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You got it, Brady. Brady taking
We're
it.
tied up.
Is this a 2-1
I'm
lead for
sorry,
Brady?
football fans everywhere.
Oh, man.
Bump.
Yeah.
Former Falcon Michael Vick became the first quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. Lamar Jackson became the second. Who was the third?
Jaden Daniels?
No. It's Justin Fields. Now your questions are tougher than Brady's.
Yeah, I mean, that was all right. I'm okay. I'm okay not getting that one. I'm okay.
Brady.
Yep.
Where did Michael Vick play college football?
Yep.
Don't swear on air.
I have absolutely zero idea where
Thank
he played.
you.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Do you want to guess?
Georgia.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Absolutely wrong.
No.
No way he was getting that one.
It's Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Do you even know the colors of Virginia Tech?
Oh, I should have done that.
Isn't it like gold? Nope.
That's okay. And that's
Orange
okay.
and maroon.
And that's okay. All right. Let's do Bump. Did you win?
No, it's
I have it tied.
It's tied.
Okay, tiebreaker, buzz in. Buzz in with your name when you know the answer. Do not buzz in with the answer. Buzz in with your name. What's the name of the show I've been telling you guys to watch all day?
Brady. Plurus.
No.
Nope.
Bump, would you like to guess?
Pluristable.
No. God, both of you are wrong. It's pluribus.
Close.
Oh,
I'm not an English
God.
major.
All right, please go back and forth naming Falcons players. Go.
Current? Or all time?
You know what? Bump, I'm going to give you... Do you want the tiebreaker or not? Or do you want to hand it off to Brady? As a reminder
Brady,
for the tiebreaker
Brady,
rules,
go win this thing, Brady.
Okay.
Go win this.
Brady, this is your tiebreaker question. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
What does 6'7" mean?
It means absolutely nothing.
Oh, my God.
That's the tiebreaker?
No. No, but I don't have... I will let you know this is not a sports question. Do you still want it to go to Brady or do you want it?
No, I want it now. Nah, Brady, go win this thing, dog.
Okay.
Go win this.
Brady, this is the real question. Look, Bump, you can see I have it written down. That was the joke. That was the joke one. It's not real, but this is the one I'm gonna. This is the one I'm gonna add. This is the one I'm gonna ask. Ready? Nothing to do with sports.
Okay.
I just saw it during the break and I thought it would be fun.
Uh-huh.
It's the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, God,
What's
I'm
the
already
first
out.
one called?
Glad I didn't get this one.
Hobbit? No, but I love
Is that the
I love the
beginning?
effort you've made today, and I'm really proud of you.
I didn't watch Lord of the Rings.
And it's like Bump said earlier, it's about the effort. It's about the effort you put out there.
Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh my God, that's right.
Stop it.
Yes.
Shut your face.
That's right.
Curtis, I didn't let you down, baby.
He already said something before that, though. He said something before that.
I kind of want to let him win.
Lord of the
I kind
Rings
of want to let him win.
He said something before that. Heck no. Heck no. He said something before that.
We're letting it happen, baby. Curtis, I didn't let you down.
I will decide what to do during the break.
He already answered. He already answered.
Technically, you did say The Hobbit.
Hey, he cheated. That's why.
Okay.
He cheated.
Bump wins,
He
but Brady,
cheated.
I am
There's
so
no
proud
way
of
to
you.
turn that
I am
out.
so
I'll let
proud
you
of you. Did
down.
the text line tell you that?
No.
Did you Google?
No.
Where did you get that from?
How'd you do that?
I had
How'd you do that?
one friend growing up that loved Lord of the Rings. I've never seen it, never read it. I know Schmiegel's in it. He's about a ring. I thought, okay, I'm pretty sure there's one called Fellowship of the Ring. Don't know what order or where it comes in.
I'm glad you got that wrong.
What I need to know is next.
The Seahawks surge to the playoffs continues with a trip down south.
Fires down the middle. Intercepted.
Against the Falcons in Atlanta.
They do a good job. They do a really good job. They are a really good blitzing team.
Aiming for their 10th win of the season and looking to stay atop a three-way tie in the NFL's toughest division. Every game is a must-win.
And this one goes to the house.
Kickoff Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pre-game at 7.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports. Get ready, because Murphy Auction is closing out the year with a massive Marysville equipment auction with the complete dispersal of AA rentals, 7 mini excavators, 17 skid steers, tractors, backhoes, telescopic forklifts, and over 100 gas-powered landscaping tools. Need something heavier? A John Deere 85G excavator, a Hitachi ZX290LC, a Cat CS563E roller, and 10 high-reach boom lifts, plus 3 big-time dump trucks hit the block, a 2018 Kenworth T880 Super Solo, a 2019 Peterbilt quad axle, and a 2005 Kenworth G800 quad axle, plus a fleet of 6 2017 to 2019 Peterbilt 567 tractors. The biggest auction of the year of heavy equipment, trucks, and more is underway now and closes at 10 a.m. Thursday, December 11th. Visit murphyauction.com for details. That's murphyauction.com.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saline, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
Calling all Seahawks fans, this is Cliff Averill. I'm here to announce Away Game Rumble at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, sponsored by Corona and Modelo. Take football Sundays to the next level with a free viewing party at Galaxy for every away game. Count on giveaways, specials, big screens, big action, and so much more. Full details at muckleshootcasino.com/rumble. Don't miss Away Game Rumble only at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. Wayscarford.com.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game. Sunday, December 14th. Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win. From the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Got neighbors? Big Trees can help. This is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. If you've been considering planting trees to add privacy, look no further than Big Trees. Privacy trees fill in empty spaces, help to define property lines, and add curb appeal. Learn more about Big Trees' big supply of privacy trees at bigtreesupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big Trees.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health, it's about a better life.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
That's what I need to know. Get your questions in 866-979-3776. Send your questions now. The whole text line is trying to say that Brady technically won because he got The Hobbit right. The Hobbit is not the answer. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, I don't think counts The Hobbit. The Hobbit is part of the same universe and the same book universe, but is a prequel.
Hey,
I'm not counting it. You got the wrong answer.
I accept the L.
Thank you.
The fact that it was this close.
I think it was
disappointing.
This is like the Titans making it a one-score game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you win, but you don't feel great about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
like you're leaving being like, wow, we gave up 400 yards to Cam Ward.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No offense, Brady.
It's all good.
Let's see. Someone said, does Matt listen to the show on his day off?
Heck no.
0% chance. We could say anything we want about Matt right now, and he'll never know. He would never know. Feel free. Let's see. 866-979-3776. Let me make sure this is radio friendly. I'm reading through it very quickly. Someone's saying they got a situation at their office. Okay, here we go. We've already weighed in on, this is not sports related, urinal spacing etiquette. The 425 says, we have a situation at my office. We have a 3-stall setup, and there is a not insignificant amount of people who exclusively use the middle stall regardless of current occupancy. We call them middle stallers. Please help me make sense of this. I'll never use a middle stall.
Nah.
That's crazy.
When the other ones are open?
Do you take a slice of cake from the middle? Like, there's just our human brains work from the edges. We chase edges.
I went to the restroom the other day, and there was 2 stalls, right?
Uh-huh.
Urinals. And someone was using one, and I just went into the
right.
Just to give him his space. I went into the stall to give him his space.
I think most people, I think I actually read something once that sometimes the stalls that are on the edges, like in the walls or corners, are actually the dirtiest or most used because most people go to those stalls.
For sure.
So the thing was pointing out, like, if you wanted to go to the cleanest one, go to the middle. So Texter 425, what I'm saying is maybe those people saw that and they're assuming that the middle stall is the least used and cleanest.
Maybe.
But that's weird behavior. And all those people are red flags. What I need to know, what's the best Christmas present you got as a kid?
Nintendo 64.
Great present.
Yeah. That's peak childhood.
Loved Nintendo 64. Kids these days, they don't know. They don't know what those graphics are like.
Nah.
You know what I mean? That was peak art, I think.
3D?
I remember playing Donkey Kong for the first time. Like, this is crazy.
Right.
I could go wherever I want in this universe. I've never won a single game I've played. I just would explore.
Just explore.
Yeah, I never really got the rules. 866-979-3776. What I need to know. Is it pro or con, movie or show with subtitles on? Are you a subtitles person?
If they have like an Irish accent or English accent, for sure.
Yes, if I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
For Love Island UK, I watch with subtitles
You
because
have to.
they're from Essex, a lot of them, and it's real thick British accents. Be tough. We have most people saying middle stall is an absolute no, but someone says definitely taking cake from the middle. Not like when someone puts the cake down.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be...
Edges.
Listen to me. If someone brings a sheet cake to work and you are the first person to take a slice and you go in and cut one slice from the middle of the cake, I think you're a bad person.
You're going to ruin the flow of
Messing up the flow. Thank
whole
you.
process.
You're bad.
Bad.
And I don't trust you. And no one should. Let's see what I need to know. The Hobbit is not a prequel. It was literally written 17 years before Lord of the Rings. Ever. Get out.
I appreciate everyone on the text
Hey, the
line
nerds are coming to your defense.
They really are.
Actually,
It's not a prequel.
that's not a prequel.
Okay. It's not. I'm not counting it. The answer was Fellowship of the Ring, okay? That was the answer. Brian Walters probably like, what are we talking about? Who knows? Who even knows? What I need to know. Now we're just getting holiday questions. I need actual football questions if you could send those in, but I'll ask another holiday question.
Do you need football questions? Is what I need to know.
Maybe not. Someone said, what's the best gaming system and game of all time? If I was a gamer, I'd have a better answer.
Okay, best game. I mean, I would say NES, just because that kind of like it raised the bar and set the tone for any other gaming system.
Yeah. Brady, are you a gamer? What's the best gaming system / game?
Gaming system?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're going to start a war here between Xbox and PlayStation
Well,
people.
it looks like you have to.
I mean, I'm Xbox gang all the way.
Okay.
Bing, bing, bang.
Bing, bing, bang.
I mean, but if you're going to go all time, Nintendo GameCube.
What?
You are weird for that.
That's crazy.
That was
weird.
childhood
the
memories.
Early Grand Theft Autos on
Still.
Nintendo GameCube.
GameCube, man.
You're just trying to be ironic.
Not even that. It's what I grew up on.
GameCube.
You might as well have said Sega Saturn. You don't even know what that is.
Sega
dude.
64.
I don't know what a Sega Saturn is.
Sega Super Smash.
PlayStation 2 is what the 253 says.
I mean, that is a consensus from a lot of video game
What
people.
makes an
Is
Xbox
that
better
Crash
than
Bandicoot?
a PlayStation?
What makes it different?
I don't know that,
Well,
man.
I mean, the thing that changed about it was you used to be able to play online for free on PlayStation, but not on Xbox. And then PlayStation was like, no, we want the money. So they started charging them. So it kind of evened out.
Someone said Halo all day.
I mean, that's not
No, that's a game.
It's
Now we're talking games.
Never really got into Halo.
Is Rudolph the Reindeer's legacy getting washed?
No.
I don't think so.
It's
I've never heard people say bad things about it.
alive and well.
I mean, it's definitely not the Christmas story. Like, we're not getting movie remakes all the time about Rudolph. In that way, the legacy is not getting some of the attention, but I don't think washed. Because what other reindeers are out here suddenly get like being like, well, if Rudolph played in his era, like no one's doing what Rudolph did.
Yeah.
No one has a shiny red nose. No one's saving Christmas. No one has touched what Rudolph did. It's just we're losing the ancient text.
I heard a
We're
rage
forgetting
bait
about
when it
it.
comes to Rudolph.
Stop, what was it?
It said this lady was like, well, males reindeer shed their antlers during winter. So those were really female reindeers carrying Santa.
Yes. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. That is canon to me, and I believe that. That's absolutely right. Women are getting erased, and I don't respect that. Wyman and Bob coming up next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth. Every Monday at 4 during the NFL season with Wyman and Bob.
I understand the Vikings aren't great, but still.
Their right guard, Fries, he got beat so fast by Big Cat.
Yeah.
And the only thing faster than that sack was Will Fries sticking his hand out to help the quarterback up. I would cut him right there on the spot. I mean, he just turned around and stuck his hand up there like, hey, partner, how you doing? Let me help you up. And I was just like, dude, get out.
On YouTube and the Seattle Sports app.
For over 113 years, Pacific Lamp and Supply Company has been your #1 lighting specialist in Washington, from the Space Needle in Seattle all the way to the Riverwalk in Spokane. With the largest lighting inventory in Washington, Pacific Lamp's knowledgeable and experienced staff can assist with any lighting issue, including intricate lighting and control designs. Plus, they work with all utilities in Washington to get you the best available lighting rebates. Pacific Lamp and Supply Company, Washington's lighting experts since 1912. Visit pacificlamp.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Geoff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-466-3300. That's 206-466-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, look. 4 calling birds.
Do they have cell phones?
Well, yeah. They're called calling birds because they have 4 lines of Cricket 5G.
How do they pay?
Oh, easy. Each line is only $25 a month.
Who are they calling?
Beats me. One sec, gotta take this.
Join Cricket Nation and get 4 lines for $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. New lines only. All lines must be selected. Unlimited plan fees. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, well, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. And for the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony. And you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price